I'm in Konoha, and my ninja cats are invincible in the world. This video is purely for entertainment, and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting, and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 151 Mitaman N. Danzo, who wants to join you? Orochimaru, is the sacrifice ready? Before Orochimaru could speak, the attack of the Anbu ninja had already landed on Mandra. Mandra was immediately furious. Orochimaru looked back and left without hesitation. This incident made Orochimaru very unhappy, and he couldn't help but feel scared. One thing was that Orochimaru didn't expect Sarutobi Hiruzen to be so crazy that he even used a ninjutsu like the Shikifujin. This was not just as simple as death. Instead, he dedicated his soul to the god of death. The second thing was that Danzo's backstab made Orochimaru very unhappy. Obviously, Orochimaru came to help Danzo this time. But Danzo actually did such a thing. But I can only blame myself for being careless. Danzo is indeed such a person. Orochimaru's face was gloomy. Fortunately, I have a certain understanding of the impure world reincarnation technique. At the critical moment, I use the Orochi style substitution technique and the imperfect impure world reincarnation technique to replace Sarutobi teacher's target. Otherwise, I would have died. It happened that there was an Anbu ninja who had not completely died at that time and was used as a sacrifice by Orochimaru. Orochimaru had the opportunity to operate. He used the 10,000 snakes to block Sarutobi Hiruzen's sight and attracted Sarutobi Hiruzen's attention. Danzo, taking advantage of the opportunity when the 10,000 snakes blocked the Anbu ninjas, Orochimaru left at the fastest speed. Next, no matter what happened in Konoha, whether Danzo controlled the overall situation or was defeated, Orochimaru knew that his situation would be very dangerous. When the 10,000 snakes appeared, everyone in Konoha was attracted. Even Uchiha Shisui and Danzo were in the same situation. After all, the 10,000 snakes were too big. And they were extremely destructive. With any collision, the surrounding buildings collapsed, and the people nearby fled in all directions, screaming. The Anbu ninjas were no match for the snakes, and could only watch as the snakes ate a human being in one bite. Even the Anbu ninjas were eaten several times, after they were defeated and seriously injured. Orochimaru. Danzo cursed in his heart, but soon, he retracted his attention. Uchiha Shisui put too much pressure on Danzo. Mitokado En and Utane Koharu finally arrived. However, just as the two were about to help Danzo and persuade the people around them to take action against Uchiha Shisui, a figure appeared, and the two swallowed the words on their lips. An old man glared at Danzo. Danzo, you let the root ninjas attack my Sarutobi clan and kill thousands of my clansmen. This is a heinous crime. Everyone looked at Danzo and changed their faces. This man is an elder of the Sarutobi clan. He has a high status in the Sarutobi clan. What he said would definitely not be false. However, this news was too explosive. Danzo not only joined forces with Orochimaru to attack Sarutobi Hiruzen, but also ordered the root ninja to kill the Sarutobi clan. What kind of hatred is this? It's not just for the position of Hokage. Is such a cruel person trustworthy? Is it really a good thing to let such a person become Hokage? Some people who originally planned to help Danzo immediately retracted this idea, including Mitokado En and Utane Koharu. However, the difference is that Mitokado En and Utane Koharu are still hesitating. They need to know whether the Sarutobi clan also regards them as enemies. If so, they will definitely stand on Danzo's side, but if not, there is no need. I have sent someone to notify Hiruzen. The moment Hiruzen knows, it will be your death. An Anbu ninja stepped forward. Senior, Hokage-sama is dead. What? The old man's pupils shrank suddenly. The Anbu ninja pointed to the body of Sarutobi Hiruzen on the ground. Hokage-sama, he is dead. When the old man saw Sarutobi Hiruzen's body, he suddenly lost color and his body became unstable. If it weren't for the support of the people next to him, he might have fallen directly to the ground. Even the death of so many clan members did not cause such a blow to the old man. Obviously, in the eyes of the old man, Sarutobi Hiruzen is much more important than those clan members. And this is actually the truth. After all, if Sarutobi Hiruzen is alive, he can lead the Sarutobi clan to become strong again. Without Sarutobi Hiruzen, the Sarutobi clan will only continue to decline. Danzo, you will not die well. The old man glared at Danzo. Mitokado En and Utane Koharu looked at each other. What's the situation with the Sarutobi clan? It seems that we don't have many people, and it's not us who gave the order. Danzo gave the order without telling us. We didn't know about it. In other words, the Sarutobi clan's affairs have nothing to do with the two of us. Our clansmen were used. We are also victims. Judging from the current situation, Danzo is unlikely to win. Uchiha Shisu is very fierce, and the others have no intention of taking action. In addition, Danzo has been identified by the Sarutobi elders. There is no benefit for us to stand on Danzo's side. On the contrary, we can only benefit if we stand on the opposite side of Danzo. Given Konoha's current situation, we may also be able to plot for the position of Hokage. It seems that there is no one more suitable than us. If Tsunade and Jiraiya don't come back, but Danzo must die. At this time, Danzo also realized this. He must force Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu to help him, otherwise he will not win. Yan, Koharu, if we don't take action now, when will we? We are allies. Have you forgotten our agreement? Do you still want the benefits? Hiruzen is incompetent and unjust. We are doing this for the village. Only we can lead the village to the road of struggle and restore the village to its peak. Mitamanyan snorted coldly. Danzo, why are you slandering us? When did we become your accomplices? You killed Hiruzen and attacked the Sarutobi clan. Your crimes are unforgivable. You still want to drag us down with you now? That's too much. Do you think we are fools? Do you think everyone is a fool? Koharu, let's go together and kill Danzo to avenge Hiruzen and the Sarutobi clan. Danzo must be suppressed as soon as possible. On the other hand, there is also the snake summoned by Orochimaru that needs to be dealt with. We can't let them bring more disasters to the village. Utatane Koharu nodded in agreement. That's right. Danzo, die. Chapter 152 Danzo, you are so shameless and stupid. Danzo's eyes widened. Shameless. Shameless. But, in fact, Danzo could have expected this result. Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu were fence sitters. Now that he was in a bad situation, Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu would never stand on his side. Stupid. But Danzo thought Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu were stupid. They were the ones who had a fierce conflict with Uchiha before. And now, Uchiha Shisu has awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan. What does this mean? This means that Uchiha will inevitably rise. Especially after himself and Sarutobi Hiruzen are gone. Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu can't suppress Uchiha at all. But Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu have already made their decision, and no matter how much Danzo says at this time, it's useless. Die. Mitokado En and Utatane Koharu rushed towards Danzo, and their attacks were all aimed at Danzo's vital points. They were even more fierce than Uchiha Shisu. This put a lot of pressure on Danzo. Danzo was already under a lot of pressure to deal with Uchiha Shisu. Now Mitokado En and Utane Koharu are here. Puff. The sound of a sharp blade cutting through skin and muscle was heard. Bang. Utane Koharu concentrated her chakra on her fist and hit Danzo with it. Danzo staggered down more than 10 steps. He was in a very bad state. Instant body technique. Uchiha Shisu appeared behind Danzo. Fire style. Great flame ball technique. A huge fireball exploded. Flames burned on Danzo's body. You all die. Danzo's eyes showed strong hatred and unwillingness, which was even more unwilling than Sarutobi Hiruzen's previous unwillingness. Danzo had planned everything for this time. And the previous process was also very smooth. Killing Sarutobi Hiruzen also dealt a huge blow to the Sarutobi clan. His promotion was already a foregone conclusion. In this situation, the Hyuga and other ninja families would definitely not dare to act rashly, and there were not many who dared to go against them. However, it happened that at this time, Uchiha Shisu awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan. One person suppressed Danzo. One person changed Danzo's good situation. If it were Uchiha Shisu, he would not have waited for the elders of the Sarutobi clan to come. Mitokado En and Utane Koharu would not have had such a change of attitude. Danzo also experienced what Sarutobi Hiruzen felt before. Everything was clearly arranged, everything was clearly planned, and the overall situation was clearly under control. However, it was because of personal strength that it changed. The personal strength of Danzo and Orochimaru directly shattered Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan. Now, Uchiha Shisu's personal strength has caused Danzo's plan to fail again. And this is a ninja world. This made Danzo very angry. Are these Uchiha born to oppose me? Damn it. Why is God so unfair to me? Danzo roared in his heart. If that's the case, then let's all die. Danzo saw that he had no chance of winning, and that the situation was hopeless, so he immediately made a decision. It was very similar to Sarutobi Hiruzen. However, the difference was that Sarutobi Hiruzen used the Shikifu Genjutsu, and Danzo used the Book of the Four Symbols Sealing. A large amount of ink-like stuff gushed out of Danzo's body, and soon, it covered everything around. Bang! Then, it suddenly shrank. It was like a balloon that had expanded and suddenly burst. Everything nearby was annihilated. What? Mitokado-en was unable to dodge, and one of his arms was affected and disappeared directly. The same happened to Uchiha Koharu, but it was not her arm that was lost, but her calf. The two retreated, and their faces were very ugly. Only Uchiha Shisu, who was stronger and faster, reacted quickly and perfectly avoided Danzo's attack without suffering any substantial damage. Danzo, dead. The old man of the Sarutobi clan relaxed a little. However, after seeing the body of Sarutobi Hiruzen, and thinking of the many members of the Sarutobi clan who died, his mood suddenly became worse. Today was a huge blow to the Sarutobi clan. It's over. One person sighed. No, not yet. Everyone looked over. They saw that after Uchiha Shisu was sure that Danzo had been dealt with, he immediately rushed towards the Manch who was wreaking havoc in the village at a faster speed. Those Zenbu ninjas were no match for Manch. No one could stop him. Not to mention those ordinary people. Manch ate here to his heart's content. One bite at a time. It was like entering a buffet restaurant. The damage caused by Manch to Konoha now was no less than the damage caused to Konoha by the Nine-Tails Rebellion. Ruined walls. Corpses everywhere. Blood was dripping. Great. Come again. Delicious. Delicious humans. I'm going to eat you all. At this time, Manch was already a little too proud of himself. Everyone showed a worried expression. What should we do with Manch? With such strong strength, Lord Hokage and Danzo are both dead. Who can deal with it? Lord Tsunade and Lord Jiraiya are not here. Can Uchiha Shisu do it? Uchiha Shisu just fought such a fierce battle. Does he have any strength left? Some people placed their hopes on Uchiha Shisu. Others did not believe it. Some people's eyes flickered. They were wondering what kind of changes today's events would bring to Konoha. Manch is indeed strong, but it is impossible for him to stay in Konoha forever. He was a ninja of Konoha before, and was restrained by Danzo's affairs. But Danzo is dead. Even if they use the human wave tactics later, they can repel Manch. Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. Danzo is dead. Mitokado-en and Uchiha Koharu are both seriously injured. The Sarutobi clan suffered heavy casualties. The route may no longer exist after today. The losses of the Anbu are also huge. And more importantly, in this situation, who can take the position of Hokage? Tsunade and Jiraiya are outside? But will they come back? In this disaster, they did not contribute anything. Are they qualified to be the Hokage? Facing those who did not believe in him, Uchiha Shisu quickly gave an answer. Susanoo. Under the influence of the strong desire to protect the village, Uchiha Shisu, who had just awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan, had already realized this ability. Chapter 153 Mizuto Iron, Killing with a Borrowed Knife. A green giant appeared. Even if it was only in an incomplete form, it was enough to bring a strong pressure. Everyone's eyes were all looking over. Even Manch had to focus his attention on Uchiha Shisu. The green giant clenched his fist, aimed at Manch's head, and smashed it hard. Bang! The huge force fell on Manch. Immediately, Manch retreated. His body hit the nearby buildings, and more than a dozen houses collapsed. A wailing sound rang out. Those ordinary people who didn't have time to escape were affected. There was nothing they could do about it. The weak were like this. Uchiha Shisu certainly didn't want to affect them. However, with Manch's strength, Uchiha Shisu wanted to control the strength of his attack, but it wouldn't work. That would only give Manch a chance. Then, Manch would cause greater damage. Uchiha Shisu thought very clearly that the best option at the moment was to do his best to kill Manchu, expel him. This would be the best for Konoha. Mitamonen and Uchiha Koharu looked at Uchiha Shisu with mixed feelings. When the elders of the Sarutobi clan made Danzo's crimes public, the two had to stand on the opposite side of Danzo and killed Danzo together with Uchiha Shisu. However, the Mitaman clan and the Uchiha clan had both had fierce conflicts with the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Shisu acted so strong. So, what should the Mitaman clan and the Uchiha clan do? It's all Danzo's fault. Danzo is such a waste. He has already killed Hiruzen, but now the fruits of victory are about to be stolen by Uchiha. If I had known this would happen, I might as well let Hiruzen continue to live. This Danzo is completely making wedding clothes for Uchiha. He also harmed us. He is so incompetent. There was a reason why Tobirama Sensei didn't give the position of Hokage to Danzo. If Uchiha Shisu had only killed Danzo, then the two would not be so worried. They also tried to kill Danzo. Uchiha Shisu was too young after all. With their qualifications, the future position of Hokage was very likely to be obtained. But now, the situation was different. Uchiha Shisu even used Susanoo and fought a great battle with Manabu. He fought against Orochimaru's top summoning beast alone. If Uchiha Shisu won, then his reputation would be greatly improved. In that case, Uchiha Shisu's age disadvantage could be compensated. The two of them kept a certain distance from the others. Uchiha Koharu lowered her voice. Yan, what should we do next? Mizutama Yan said, as long as Uchiha Shisu is still alive, the rise of Uchiha is inevitable. We had a bad relationship with Uchiha before. Once they gain power, they will definitely deal with us. For us, the best thing is that Uchiha Shisu dies. Uchiha only has one Uchiha Shisu. As long as Uchiha Shisu dies, then Uchiha will have no chance to rise. It will even become much worse than before. Uchiha Koharu frowned. If we attack Uchiha Shisu in public, others will definitely see us. Therefore, we can't do it. Mizutama Yan said, I remember that Danzo had two extremely loyal subordinates, but they didn't show up here. It is very likely that Danzo ordered them to lead the team to the Sarutobi clan's base before. We can let them do it. Koharu, you watch here. I'll be back soon. Uchiha Koharu nodded. Okay. Mizutama Yan left quietly. When he reappeared, he had already found Yamanaka FUU and a Burame Tone. FUU. Elder Yan. Mitaman Tone showed a sad expression. There is very bad news. Yamanaka FUU and a Burame Tone looked at each other. Elder Yan, what is it? Danzo, dead. What? Yamanaka FUU's eyes widened. This is impossible. Lord Danzo and Lord Orochimaru acted together. If the two of them joined forces, wouldn't they be a match for the third Hokage? Not the third Hokage. Mizuto Kadoen shook his head and said, Danzo's plan has succeeded. Hiruzen has been killed by Danzo and Orochimaru, but at this time, Uchiha Shisu took action. Uchiha Shisu awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan and killed Danzo in the name of revenge for Hiruzen. Orochimaru saw that the situation was not good and fled. Now Uchiha Shisu is fighting with Orochimaru's summoning beast, Manganese. If you want to avenge Danzo, now is the best opportunity. Kill Uchiha Shisu. It is also the best choice for you. You are also clear about the relationship between the Uchiha clan and the Sarutobi clan. You killed so many people from the Sarutobi clan. They will definitely retaliate against you. You will be safe only when Uchiha Shisu is dead. As an elder of Konoha, I can't do anything in public. I'm already taking a big risk by notifying you now. However, here are dozens of detonating tags. You can take them. Mitamonen took out a ninja tool bag, which contained detonating tags. Danzo-sama. Yamanaka Feng's eyes turned red. Yamanaka Feng had real feelings for Danzo. Unlike other members of the Root who were controlled by Danzo, Danzo trained Yamanaka Feng as his successor. In the Yamanaka clan, Yamanaka Feng was not welcomed. Because he was a branch. No matter how hard he tried, the main branch was like a mountain, blocking Yamanaka Feng in front of him. Only with Danzo did Yamanaka Feng see hope and get a real sense of recognition. In his heart, Yamanaka Feng regarded Danzo as his father. The same goes for Aburame Toki. Because of the phosphorus bugs, no one in the Aburame clan dared to approach Aburame Tone. Although he was not a Jinchuriki, he lived the same life as a Jinchuriki. Only Aburame Shino could be considered a half-friend. However, Aburame Shino was the child of the clan leader of the Aburame clan. Aburame Tone was alone most of the time. It was not until he came to the root that he knew what a partner, a friend, and recognition were. Aburame Tone wanted to avenge Danzo. To many people, Danzo was terrible. However, in the eyes of Yamanaka Kase and Aburame Tone, Danzo was like a benefactor. Uchiha Shisu, I will kill you to avenge Lord Danzo. Chapter 154. Uchiha Shisu is the hero of Konoha. Watching the backs of Yamanaka Feng and Aburame Tsuchijin leaving, Mizuto Menon smiled with satisfaction. The strength of these two people is much worse than that of Uchiha Shisu. But Uchiha Shisu is fighting with Manja. As long as Yamanaka Feng and Aburame Tsuchijin interfere a little, Uchiha Shisu may be seriously injured by Manja. It would be best if he was killed directly. If he was not killed, but just seriously injured, I can also let Koharu go forward and treat Uchiha Shisu as soon as possible, but it will only be a superficial treatment. Secretly, use means to make Uchiha Shisu's injuries worse. As a senior medical ninja, Koharu can do such a thing. This is great for me. Mizuto Menon's eyes flickered. Even if we take a step back, even with the interference of Yamanaka Kase and Aburame Tojin, Uchiha Shisu is still alive and the Uchiha still maintains its strength. However, with the intervention of Yamanaka Kase and Aburame Tojin, the situation will be different. The enemies of the Uchiha will include the Aburame clan and the Yamanaka clan. The Yamanaka clan is the entire Inoshika Chao clan. In that case, I can win over these two ninja clans. I will have the power to suppress the Uchiha clan. Back to the vicinity of the battlefield, Mizuto Kadaen returned to entertain Koharu. Yan, how is it? It's been arranged. Mizuto Kadaen said, no matter what the result is, we will have no problem. Our strength will be above that of the Uchiha clan, so you can rest assured. Utatane Koharu breathed a sigh of relief. The change of things exceeded the two's expectations. The two thought that Danzo's plan would definitely succeed. But Danzo's plan was successful, but he did not completely kill Sarutobi Hiruzen. Instead, he let Sarutobi Hiruzen breathe a breath, and said the fact that Danzo was a traitor. He said it in public. Everyone present heard it. In addition, the elders of the Sarutobi clan also arrived in time, and told the story of the killing of the Sarutobi clan by the Root Ninja. Danzo's identity as a traitor, a sinner, and a murderer was almost confirmed. In this situation, Uchiha Shisu attacked Danzo. Mito Kadaen and Utatane Koharu either completely stood on Danzo's side. Or, this is a choice that Mito Kadaen and Utatane Koharu made now. Both have advantages and disadvantages. In the former, Mito Kadaen and Utatane Koharu have to worry about what other people in Konoha will think, and whether they will attack the three of them together with Uchiha Shisu. Moreover, Uchiha Shisu's strength is still so strong. After awakening the Mangekyou Sharingan, he completely suppressed Danzo. The awakening of the Mangekyou Sharingan really exceeded everyone's expectations. Except for Shiraishi. Shiraishi knew that Uchiha Shisu had the talent to awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan, and also knew that Uchiha Shisu respected Sarutobi Hiruzen very much. Therefore, when he saw Sarutobi Hiruzen being killed, he would definitely be extremely mentally stimulated. This stimulation has a high probability of causing Uchiha Shisu to awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan. It was precisely because of these considerations that Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu chose the latter. They broke off their relationship with Danzo, killed Danzo. In this way, even if someone suspected that Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu had a cooperative relationship with Danzo, there was not much evidence. The two could completely deny the witnesses of the Root Ninja. In this way, there was no possibility of being attacked by other ninja families at this time. However, it brought about a problem. That is, Uchiha Shisu would not die. If Uchiha Shisu did not die, the Uchiha with the Mangekyou Sharingan would be greatly strengthened. Mitoman and Utatane had violent conflicts with Uchiha before. This choice avoided the greater risk at that time, but it left a future trouble. Now Mizuto Manyan wants to solve this future trouble. Borrow the power of Yamanaka Feng and Aburame Tokujin to kill Uchiha Shisu. If Uchiha Shisu died, it would naturally be what Mizuto Manyan most hoped to see. And if Uchiha Shisu did not die, the actions of Yamanaka Feng and Aburame Tokujin would inevitably cause a huge rift between Uchiha and Aburame and Yamanaka, and someone would help Mizuto and Tatine to share the pressure from Uchiha. Yamanaka Feng and Aburame Tokujin came nearby. The two stared at Uchiha Shizu and Manja. However, the two did not notice that there were several figures standing in the corner nearby. 1 human and 3 ninja cats. It was Shiraishi, Kurapika, Peiko Mako, and Violet. Shiraishi took in all the discussions of the crowd. It is indeed the main Juki Sharingan. Not as good as Uchiha Madara's back then, but it doesn't look much worse. Maybe it's because Uchiha Shizu has just awakened the main Juki Sharingan. Even manga can be suppressed. If Uchiha Shizu is given a little more time, how strong will he be? Comparable to the first generation and Uchiha Madara. A hint of envy appeared in Hyuga Hayashi's eyes. They are both eye techniques with bloodline limits, but compared with the Sharingan, the upper limit of the Byakugan is too low. It is precisely for this reason that the Hyuga clan has never been able to surpass the Uchiha clan and become the first ninja clan in Konoha. Narashikaku's expression did not change much. After making the decision that Inoshika-cha would only be the second line of Konoha, Narashikaku's positioning of Inoshika-cha was very clear. It doesn't matter who is the Hokage. Whoever is the Hokage, Inoshika-cha will assist him. Whether it is the Sarutobi clan or the Uchiha clan. Even if it is Danzo, it doesn't matter. They all need the power of Inoshika-cha. The secret arts of the Yamanaka clan are very good at obtaining intelligence. The IQ of the Nara clan is also needed by a superior. The Akimichi clan can be used as a large-scale lethal and offensive weapon. It can be completely comparable to the giant summoned beast. If you are valuable and not greedy, you will be accepted by all the Hokage. This is the way of survival of the Inoshika-cha. Mitamono-en and Utatane Koharu showed a hint of hope in their eyes. I hope Uchiha Shizu will be killed. All ninja families and forces are thinking about political matters, but as ordinary people in the village, ordinary ninjas have different ideas. They think very simply. That is, Konoha has a disaster. And now, Uchiha Shizu is the one who is solving the disaster. Uchiha Shizu has become a hero in the eyes of many people. If Uchiha Shizu can defeat Mana, then today, Uchiha Shizu's reputation in Konoha will be raised to a very strong level, far exceeding the rest. Chapter 155 Peiko Mako, Take Action. The Hokage died. The elders betrayed. Orochimaru invaded. Coupled with the oppression and destructiveness of the 10,000 snakes. In the eyes of ordinary people, this disaster is no worse than the Ninetales Rebellion. At this time, only Uchiha Shizu stood up. With the reputation of the Uchiha improved. With the reform of the guard department. With Tamaki, the cat, and Kiku coming downstairs. Uchiha Shizu also has the identity of a descendant of Uchiha Kagami. And Uchiha Kagami is a disciple of the first and second generations. In other words, in the eyes of many people, Uchiha Shizu is also a legitimate Hokage. A strange smell entered Shiraishi's nose. Violet. Shiraishi immediately ordered Violet to look in the direction of the smell. Yamanaka Kase and Aburame Tojin both entered Violet's sight. My lord, these two people want to harm Uchiha Shizu. They want to avenge Danzo. Shiraishi narrowed his eyes slightly. In Shiraishi's plan, Uchiha Shizu must not die. Besides, Uchiha Shizu is also Shiraishi's good friend. Before, Shiraishi and Uchiha Shizu had different opinions. That is, the attitude towards Sarutobi Hiruzen. Shiraishi felt that Sarutobi Hiruzen was a somewhat selfish politician. It was normal, but it was inconsistent with the interests of Uchiha. Therefore, Shiraishi just wanted to use Sarutobi Hiruzen. And Uchiha Shizu respected Sarutobi Hiruzen very much. But now, Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. Naturally, Shiraishi and Uchiha Shizu have no disagreements. I didn't expect Danzo to have such a loyal subordinate. Shiraishi recalled the information of the two in his mind. Yamanaka Refu, a ninja of the Yamanaka clan. Good at the art of turning the heart. Aburame Tojin, a ninja of the Aburame clan, has a special bug, the phosphorus bad bug. Before this, Shiraishi also considered some people in terms of favorability, and Aburame Tojin was among them. There are many replacements for Yamanaka Feng, but Aburame Tojin may be the only one in the ninja world at present. Opportunity. Yamanaka Feng saw Uchiha Shizu rushing to Manch, and without any hesitation, he wanted to use the heart turn technique on Uchiha Shizu to prevent Uchiha Shizu from counterattacking. Wait until Manch's attack falls, and then cancel it. In this way, Uchiha Shizu can't dodge. But before that, fall down, reverse stroke. A cat appeared near Yamanaka Feng. A burst of fragrance entered Yamanaka Feng's nasal cavity. Then, Yamanaka Feng's perception was all reversed. Up and down, left and right, front and back. The heart turn technique could not be used at all. What? Yamanaka Feng's pupils shrank. Dairako Mako's figure came behind Yamanaka Feng. Puff. Simple and unpretentious. A knife stabbed into Yamanaka Feng's vest. Pull out. Blood gushed out. This blow pierced Yamanaka Feng's heart. A Burain Tone, who was standing next to him, noticed something was wrong, and looked over quickly. Wind. Dairako Mako raised his head. Flash step. In an instant, he arrived in front of a Burain Tone. Phosphorus bug. Tiny bugs flew out of a Burain Tone's body. But before that, overtime fall. A white light exploded in Hirako Mako's cat claws. A Burain Tone lost consciousness and fell to the ground. With Hirako Mako's strength, it was not difficult to deal with Yamanaka Wind and a Burain Tone. The two of them now were far from the strength of the Fourth Shinobi World War in the original plot. At most, they were just jonin. Dairako Mako was an elite jonin. In addition, the two had no idea about the ability of reverse caressing, and could not react in the first time. This was much more effective than the mental confusion technique that Tsunade used on Kabuto Yakushi. To be honest, Yamanaka Wind and a Burain Tone were not as good as Kabuto Yakushi. In this case, it was very easy for Hirako Mako to deal with the two. He was stronger in himself and had the advantage of intelligence. Mizuto Kadaen frowned. Why haven't they made a move yet? Are they scared? Useless. I really had high hopes for them. I didn't expect that it would be just like that. For a moment, Mizuto Kadaen was a little panicked. If Yamanaka Refuyu and a Burain Tojin didn't make a move, Uchiha Shisu would most likely not die, and it was impossible to make a Burain. Yamanaka and Uchiha enemies. Utatane Koharu looked at Mizuto Kadaen. Yan, why haven't they made a move yet? Maybe they retreated. Mizuto Kadaen's face darkened. Then what should we do now? Mizuto Kadaen looked in the direction of Uchiha Shisu. Then we can only look for someone else. The members of the route are not just the two of them. There are other members of the Burain clan and the Inoshikacho. If they don't want to, we will force them to make a move. Mizuto Kadaen snorted coldly. Koharu, don't be too afraid. Uchiha Shisu is strong, but the overall strength of the Uchiha has been weakened a lot compared to many years ago. Didn't we fight with the Uchiha before? Nothing special. No matter what, Uchiha Shisu can't become Hokage, right? In Konoha, can they, the Uchiha, still be lawless? We are the elders of Konoha. We, Mitaman and Utatane, are not small ninja families. Mitaman comforted Utatane and Koharu. After that, he retreated and made arrangements again. My lord, there are two figures approaching this side at a very fast speed. One is Hatake Kakashi, and the other looks like a middle-aged man with white hair. Violet said. Shiraishi immediately looked at Mako Hirako. Maki, take action. Mako Hirako nodded. Yes. In an instant, they came near the 10,000 snakes. Fall down, reverse stroke. The special fragrance approached the snake, and the power of the illusion fell on the snake. The snake's figure paused for a moment. At the same time, the reaction also looked strange. Uchiha Shisu's eyes lit up. Uchiha Shisu would never let go of such an opportunity. When strong men fight, they seize opportunities. A little mistake may cost one's life. Die. Susanu's palm pierced directly into the snake's mouth, and then suddenly exerted force to completely tear off the snake's jaw. The severe pain made the snake struggle and twitch. A series of wailing sounds came out. Human, I will remember you. The snake stared at Uchiha Shisu. The next moment, bang, a white smoke exploded, and the snake disappeared. The snake took the initiative to cancel the summoning technique and returned to the Raichi cave with a seriously injured body. Not far away, seeing this scene, Kakashi and Jiraiya's steps slowed down. Uchiha Shisu returned to the crowd. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 156. Let Uchiha Shisu be the Hokage. The way everyone looked at Uchiha Shisu had completely changed. Saving Konoha was only a small part. The more important thing was Uchiha Shisu's strength. He opened the Mangeki Sharingan and used Susanoo. Such an existence, in Konoha, in this era, is almost unmatched by anyone else. In the eyes of everyone, Uchiha Shisu's current strength is the best in Konoha. In fact, this first place is a little questionable. Jiraiya, who uses the Sage Mode, may not be an opponent of Uchiha Shisu. Uchiha Shisu, like Uchiha Madara, opened the Mangeki Sharingan, but there is still a difference between him and Uchiha Madara. Just like Uchiha Raizuna's strength is not as good as Senjutsu Birama. However, most people don't know. There are not many people who have a deep understanding of the information about the Mangeki Sharingan. Therefore, they directly compared Uchiha Shisu with Uchiha Madara back then. Uchiha Koharu's face was very ugly. Mitokadoen hasn't come back yet, and Uchiha Shisu's battle is over. This means that, even if Mitokadoen finds the right person, he can't kill Uchiha Shisu. The rise of Uchiha is inevitable. Sarutobi Yasuo came to Uchiha Shisu. Shisu, thank you for avenging Hiruzen, and thank you for defeating Mana and saving the village. Senior, you are too polite. Uchiha Shisu said quickly, this is what I should do. After that, Uchiha Shisu looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's body. Hokage-sama, When everyone looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's body, they all fell into silence. Shiraishi left. He came to Uchiha Yasuo as soon as possible. Senior Yasuo. Shiraishi. Senior Yasuo, you have seen the situation on the battlefield. This is a rare opportunity for our Uchiha clan. We must seize it. Uchiha Yasuo was stunned for a moment, and then showed a surprised expression. Beishi, are you talking about the position of Hokage? Yes. Beishi nodded. But, Uchiha Yashiro hesitated. The position of Hokage is what the Uchiha clan has always been coveting. However, as time goes by, the position of Hokage is getting farther and farther away from the Uchiha. Back then, Uchiha Madara was only one step away from the position of Hokage. Uchiha Madara was very strong, but he was not good at winning people's hearts. He couldn't even win the hearts of his own people. According to the agreement between Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama, the position of Hokage should belong to Uchiha Madara. When Uchiha Madara left Konoha, the Uchiha was already far away from the position of Hokage. Uchiha Kagami gave everyone a little hope. Unfortunately, he died young. After that, under the leadership of Uchiha Fugaku, the situation of Uchiha became even worse. Until recently, Uchiha has shown a trend of rising. Uchiha Shisu gained the trust of Sarutobi Hiruzen. The incompetent clan leader Uchiha Fugaku was also dealt with. The situation of the Uchiha clan was getting better. However, the position of Hokage was still a little far away for Uchiha Yashiro. Shiraishi said, Senior Yashiro, objectively speaking, without any selfish motives, do you think that there is a more suitable candidate than Shisu in Konoha now? Uchiha Yashiro thought about it seriously. After thinking about it, he found that there really was no one. Sarutobi Hiruzen died, and Shimura Danzo died. Konoha itself was in a state of transition. Otherwise, Sarutobi Hiruzen would not have needed to take the position for the second time. Mitokadoen, his ability and strength were not good. The same was true for Uchiha Koharu. The clan leaders of those big ninja families, Hyuga Hayashi, Aburame Shiki, and Narashikaku, were also not strong enough. Kakashi was only an elite jonin, and he was also facing the shocking situation of low chakra. Might die, his brain was full of muscles, and he was not suitable to be a leader. What about Uchiha Shisu? In terms of strength, there is no doubt that he is at the level of Kage. He has awakened the Mangeki Sharingan, possesses Susanoo, and the instant body technique, which is faster than before. In terms of age, he is a little young, but his qualifications are not bad. He is the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. He is the head of the Konoha Guard Department and single-handedly led the reform of the Guard Department. This proves that Uchiha Shisu's ability in government affairs is not bad. He also defeated Mana and saved Konoha, and is a hero of the village. Before, he was also valued by Sarutobi Hiruzen. No matter what Sarutobi Hiruzen's reason is, at least it is shown on the surface. Jiraiya and Tsunade. Uchiha Yashiro proposed two possible candidates. Tsunade has left Konoha for many years, and the possibility of returning to Konoha is very small. Otherwise, Tsunade came back during the last Nine Tails Rebellion. As for Jiraiya, To be honest, Jiraiya's ability and personality may not be enough to be Hokage. Shiraishi remembered that Jiraiya did not want the position of Hokage. However, there is a problem, that is, whether Jiraiya can accept an Uchiha as Hokage. If Jiraiya strongly opposes and insists on bringing Tsunade back to be Hokage, then this will become a big obstacle for Uchiha Shisui to become Hokage. However, Shiraishi feels that, as long as the Sarutobi clan can also support Uchiha Shisui, then Jiraiya will not have too strong a reason to oppose Uchiha Shisui. Excluding Jiraiya and Tsunade, Shisui really has a chance. The more Uchiha Yashiro thought about it, the greater the possibility. Even his heartbeat became faster. An Uchiha as Hokage. This is what Uchiha Yashiro has always dreamed of. At this time, the situation of Konoha is actually very similar to that of the Sand Village after the Konoha collapse plan in the original plot, and there is no one to show for it. Therefore, the Sand Village will be Gaara's successor as the Wind Shadow. Isn't Uchiha Shisui better than Gaara? In all aspects, Uchiha Shisui is stronger than Gaara. Personal strength, ability to handle government affairs. Shiraishi, what do you want me to do? 8th generation senior, I want you to go to the Hyuga clan, reach an agreement with the Hyuga clan, and gain their support. How can I convince them? You can promise some benefits, status, and so on. Shiraishi said, but if Hyuga Hayashi is a smart man, he will also know the real reason, that is, we Uchiha do not need to be afraid of them. We have this confidence, we can safely let the Hyuga clan participate in government affairs. Shiraishi thought about marriage, but hesitated for a while and gave up. The Hyuga clan still attaches great importance to its own bloodline. Proposing it now may have the opposite effect. Chapter 157 Jiraiya is not as good as Uchiha Shisui. The Hyuga clan has always been excluded from core government positions. It has been like this for decades. It's very simple. If a big ninja clan can participate in core government affairs, then its strength will become stronger and its influence will become greater. The Sarutobi clan is wary. Therefore, the Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan, and even the Aburame clan cannot participate in core government affairs. The only guard department is still a thankless department. Before the reform. However, the Uchiha clan does not need to be so wary of the Hyuga clan. The population of the Uchiha clan is above that of the Hyuga clan. The personal potential of the Uchiha clan is above that of the Hyuga clan. The Uchiha Sharingan is not inferior to the Byakugan of the Hyuga clan. Therefore, the Uchiha clan has the confidence to dare to let the Hyuga clan participate in the village affairs. This is something that no one else can do except the Uchiha clan. Unless a member of the Hyuga clan becomes Hokage himself. Otherwise, it would be the best choice for the Hyuga clan to have an Uchiha become Hokage. But Hyuga Hayashi knew very well that he had no chance of becoming Hokage. Shiraishi actually had some expectations for the marriage between the Uchiha and Hyuga clans. What kind of potential would the offspring born from the combination of the Uchiha bloodline and the Hyuga bloodline have? What if they had both the Sharingan and the Byakugan? The left eye has the Byakugan, and the right eye has the Sharingan. The 8th generation of the Uchiha clan raised his eyebrows slightly. However, it is not enough, just for us Uchiha clans and the support of the Hyuga clan. Shiraishi nodded. It is indeed not enough. So I will go to the Sarutobi clan and win the support of the Sarutobi clan. In that case, Shisui's hope of becoming Hokage will be much greater. After all, Shisui's advantage is already obvious enough. For a ninja to succeed the Hokage, it can be roughly divided into 3 aspects. One is the people's hearts. The second is personal strength. Uchiha Shisui has no problem with these 2 points. The third point is the supporter's power. Uchiha, Hyuga, Sarutobi, these are the biggest forces in Konoha. Now, the Sarutobi clan has suffered a heavy blow due to Danzo's attack, but it is still considered a big ninja family, and the connections are still there. Many people will still look at the face of the Sarutobi clan. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen has accumulated decades of experience. The remaining blood Sarutobi is also stronger than Mitaman and Utatane. With the support of the Sarutobi clan and the strength of Uchiha Shisui, Shiraishi believes that with the wisdom of Ino Shikacho, he will not make any stupid decisions. Shiraishi thinks that Uchiha Shisui has a great hope of getting the position of Hokage. Because in fact, Uchiha Shisui really has no competitors. After excluding Jiraiya and Tsunade, will the Sarutobi clan agree? As long as they are not stupid, they should. After all, Shisui is their best choice. Shiraishi did not go directly to the Sarutobi clan. Instead, he found Sarutobi Sayuri first. Shiraishi, Sayuri Senpai, Shiraishi Senpai, Uchiha Izumi and Sayuri Sarutobi were together. Sayuri Sarutobi was in a bad mood, and Uchiha Izumi was comforting Sayuri Sarutobi. Sayuri Senpai, can you introduce me to Sarutobi Yasuo Senpai? Yasuo Senpai? Okay. Sayuri Sarutobi vaguely guessed what Shiraishi wanted to do, but did not refuse. Thank you for the trouble. Shiraishi Senpai, Sayuri Sensei, what about me? Sayuri Sarutobi looked at Shiraishi. Shiraishi hesitated for a moment. Let's go together. Okay. Uchiha Izumi smiled and held Sayuri Sarutobi's hand with one hand. One tall, one short, one big, one small, walking side by side. Soon, Sayuri Sarutobi brought Shiraishi into the Sarutobi clan's residence. Some eyes looked over, but soon moved away, not in the mood to pay attention. The Sarutobi clan has suffered a heavy blow now. Not long ago, they learned about the death of Shinosuke. Now, Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead, and the Sarutobi clan was attacked again, with so many people dead. It was simply a disaster day for the Sarutobi clan. These people hated Danzo to the extreme. Shameless. Traitor. Ungrateful. The clan leader was so good to him, but he treated our Sarutobi clan like this. He deserves death. Stopped at the gate of a courtyard. A guard opened the door, and was stunned for a moment, when he saw Shiraishi and Uchiha Izumi. Miss Sayuri, what's this? We have something to discuss with Senior Byakushin. I'll go and inform him. Okay. Not long after, the guard returned to the gate. Elder Byakushin wants you to go in. After saying that, the guard led the way in front, past the courtyard, and entered. An old man was sitting in the reception room, looking at the door, just in time to meet Shiraishi and others. Shiraishi looked at him. Sarutobi Byakushin, the elder of the Sarutobi clan. After Sarutobi Hiruzen died, he was basically the head of the Sarutobi clan. A person who did not appear in the original plot, and had no role. However, in this world, he has a high status. Senior Byakushin. Shiraishi walked in. Sarutobi Byakushin was also looking at Shiraishi. But Sarutobi Byakushin did not know much about Shiraishi. He only knew that Shiraishi was a member of the Uchiha clan, and opened a ninja tool shop. However, Sarutobi Byakushin knew one thing. That is, Shiraishi was a good friend of Uchiha Shisu. Sarutobi Byakushin felt that Shiraishi's visit to the Sarutobi clan this time should be Uchiha Shisu's intention. Shiraishi, please sit down. Thank you, senior. Without waiting for Sayuri to sit down, Sarutobi Byakushin said to Sayuri Sarutobi, Sayuri, go to the backyard to see Lina. Sarutobi Lina was Sarutobi Byakushin's wife. Sarutobi Byakushin said this, just as an excuse. The real purpose was just to get Sayuri Sarutobi and Uchiha Izumi away. Okay, Senior Byakushin. The guard stood guard at the door and closed it. Standing next to him was a ninja cat, Kurapika, who was brought by Shiraishi. Shiraishi sat down. Senior Yasuo, we have to make decisions in an emergency. I will not keep you in suspense. I hope the Sarutobi clan can support Shisu to succeed the position of Hokage. This is the best choice for the Uchiha clan and the Sarutobi clan. Yasuo Sarutobi was silent for a while. Jiraiya is back. But Senior Jiraiya is not interested in the position of Hokage. Moreover, to be honest, Jiraiya has no talent to be Hokage, at least not as good as Shisu. Shisu is more suitable. Shiraishi said, moreover, it will not be good for the Sarutobi clan if Senior Jiraiya succeeds the position of Hokage. It will neither give the Sarutobi clan preferential treatment, nor bring anything to the Sarutobi clan. In addition, Senior Jiraiya may even complain about the Sarutobi clan in the handling of the Jinchuriki. Hearing this, Yasuo Sarutobi's pupils shrank sharply. Chapter 158 The marriage between Uchiha and Sarutobi. Uzumaki Naruto is the son of Minato Namikaze. Even if he is a Jinchuriki, he should not be treated like this. In Jiraiya Senpai's opinion, the concern of the Sandaime for the Jinchuriki is not enough. It is inevitable that there will be complaints. Since the Sandaime is Jiraiya Senpai's teacher, Jiraiya Senpai will not say anything, but this complaint will inevitably be transferred to the Sarutobi clan. Besides, Jiraiya senpai is just a lonely man. If the Sarutobi clan had not suffered a serious blow, it would be a good choice to push Jiraiya senpai to the throne. However, the Sarutobi clan suffered a serious blow under Danzo's attack. So, even if Jiraiya senpai wants to help the Sarutobi clan, he can't do much. But Uchiha is different. Sarutobi Yasuo was silent again. Sarutobi Yasuo agreed with what Shiraishi said. However, it was still a bit uncomfortable for Sarutobi Yasuo to support an outsider as Hokage. After all, in the Sarutobi clan's previous plan, the position of Hokage was a fixed asset of the Sarutobi clan. After a long time, without evidence, how can I believe that the Uchiha clan will help the Sarutobi clan instead of targeting them? After all, the Uchiha clan has not been doing well in the past few years. Sarutobi Yasuo knew the situation of the Uchiha clan very well. If we talk about resentment, it is normal for the Uchiha clan to resent the Sarutobi clan. The Uchiha clan is not doing well, and part of the reason is Sarutobi Hiruzen. Shiraishi smiled. You should understand Shisu's character, Senior Byakushin. The third Hokage has such trust in Shisu, there is no reason to say that Shisu's character is questionable. In Shisu's eyes, the village and the family are equally important. Since he promised, he will definitely do it. Besides, Shisu has great respect for the third Hokage. The Uchiha and Sarutobi clans are not completely unrelated. Sayuri senpai is my friend and Izumi's teacher. If you still don't believe it, Senior Byakushin, and need a better guarantee, then how about letting the Uchiha and Sarutobi clans marry? That will be enough to guarantee it, right? The Hyuga clan would be wary of the marriage, but the Sarutobi clan would not. Marriage? Uchiha Byakushin's eyes flickered. Who with whom? If it was a marriage, Uchiha Byakushin was really tempted. Regardless of whether Uchiha Shisu could become Hokage, the rise of the Uchiha clan was inevitable. The severely damaged Sarutobi clan needed an ally with good strength. And there are indeed examples of Uchiha marrying outside the family. Take Uchiha Izumi for example. Uchiha Izumi's father was not a member of the Uchiha clan. That's why he didn't live in the Uchiha settlement at the beginning. During the Nine-Tail Rebellion, Uchiha Izumi's father died, and his mother took Uchiha Izumi back to live in the Uchiha settlement. What do you think, Senior Byakushin? What about Shisu? I can discuss it with Shisu. Just discuss it? Sarutobi Yasuo didn't seem very satisfied with this answer. Shiraishi nodded. Shisu is my good friend, but I can't decide for Shisu on such matters. It depends on Shisu's own opinion. However, it will be easier for others besides Shisu. Sarutobi Yasuo looked at Shiraishi, including Shiraishi. Senior Byakushin, you are joking. I'm not a big shot in the Uchiha clan. Choosing me is not a good choice for the Sarutobi clan. After saying that, Shiraishi paused. I can recommend someone. Who? Uchiha Itachi, Uchiha Fugaku's eldest son? Sarutobi Yasuo raised his eyebrows. Not bad. Shiraishi nodded and said, Uchiha Itachi has a very good talent. In the Uchiha clan, he and Shisu are known as the twin stars, and he is also the son of the chief of the Fugaku clan. With this identity, it is more than enough to marry into the Sarutobi clan. Sarutobi Yasuo frowned slightly. But I heard that Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Shisu have conflicts. It's just a small conflict within the family. Shiraishi said, as long as Shisu becomes Hokage, such small conflicts will naturally disappear. Shisu is very generous. Uchiha Itachi has the blood of Uchiha after all. Senior Byakushin is also a member of the ninja family. He should have a deep understanding of this. It's difficult for people in the family to betray. The connection between blood is the most stable. Outsiders, like the close relationship between Danzo and the third generation, are unreliable. What's more, there are many people in the family who support Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Itachi is the most suitable candidate that Shiraishi thought of. First of all, for the sake of the village, Uchiha Itachi can completely accept such behavior. There is no such thing as forcing Uchiha Itachi to do something he doesn't want to do. For the sake of the village, Uchiha Itachi can exterminate the Uchiha clan. Now for the sake of the village, what's wrong with getting married? Second, Uchiha Itachi's status and position are very important, which can make the Sarutobi clan believe. Sarutobi Yasuo was tempted. Before Shiraishi came, Sarutobi Yasuo had also seriously considered the issue of the candidate for Hokage. There are only a few who are more suitable. Jiraiya, Tsunade, and the now suddenly rising Uchiha Shisui. However, Tsunade may not come back, and Tsunade's return will not be of any benefit to the Sarutobi clan. The same goes for Jiraiya. There is a great probability that these two people will not give preferential treatment to the Sarutobi clan for the sake of Sarutobi Hiruzen. The following positions will definitely be filled by the most capable. There will be no favoritism for the Sarutobi clan. The same is true for Uchiha Shisui. However, now the Uchiha has shown its sincerity. Take out Uchiha Itachi and marry the Sarutobi clan. Once the marriage is successful, the meaning will be different. The Uchiha and Sarutobi clans have a relationship. For the Uchiha, it is better to give benefits to the Sarutobi clan than to other ninja families. After all, the interests of the village cannot be consumed by the Uchiha ninja family. This sincerity is very sufficient. Okay. Sarutobi Yasuo nodded. Uchiha and Sarutobi will marry. Let Uchiha Itachi and my granddaughter become husband and wife, and I will support Uchiha Shisui to ascend to the position of Hokage on behalf of the Sarutobi clan. Shiraishi smiled. Senior Yasuo, happy cooperation. After getting Sarutobi Yasuo's promise, Shiraishi was in a good mood. Shiraishi didn't think Sarutobi Yasuo was lying, because this is indeed the best choice for the current Sarutobi clan. Unless Sarutobi Yasuo is stupid, or Jiraiya, Tsunade, give a promise of marriage. But that is impossible. As for other people, they can indeed give a promise of marriage, but they are far behind Uchiha Shisui in other aspects, and it is useless to get the support of the Sarutobi clan. Chapter 159 Your Majesty, why are you rebelling? When Shiraishi returned to the Uchiha base, Uchiha Yasudera also came back. Yashiro-senpai, how is it? Hayashi agreed. Shiraishi smiled. There is no problem with the Sarutobi clan. So, are we really going to have a Hokage in the Uchiha clan? Probably. Uchiha Yasudera couldn't help but reveal a somewhat sad expression. I didn't expect it to be so soon. This made Uchiha Yasudera very excited. The unfinished things of the previous Uchiha were completed while he was still alive. Uchiha Yasudera was very optimistic about Uchiha Shisui and Shiraishi. He believed that the two were the future of Uchiha. That's why he supported them so much. However, now Uchiha Yasudera found that he still underestimated the two. Whether it was Uchiha Shisui awakening the Mangekyou Sharingan or Shiraishi being able to think calmly and rationally in the current situation. Shiraishi, Uchiha is lucky to have you and Shisui. However, the special training for radicals. Yashiro-senpai, there are no radicals in Uchiha. When Shisui becomes Hokage, Konoha will be our Konoha. How can we rebel against ourselves? Uchiha Yashiro smiled. That makes sense. In this world, how can we rebel against ourselves? Then it really becomes, Your Majesty, why rebel? By the way, Shiraishi, Itachi's side. Don't worry, Itachi's side will definitely have no problems. In Itachi's heart, the village is more important than anything else. Shisui became Hokage, so Shisui represents the village. Shiraishi said, anyone can betray Shisui, but Itachi, it's impossible. Uchiha Yashiro nodded. I feel relieved when you say that, Shiraishi, but Itachi is really weird. From a normal person's point of view, Uchiha Itachi is indeed very weird. However, in Shiraishi's view, the previous Uchiha Itachi can be used by himself. And now Uchiha Itachi will be a good tool in the hands of himself and Uchiha Shisui. Shiraishi analyzed silently in his heart. In this case, I want to raise Uchiha Itachi's favorability to 90 points, which seems to be more hopeful. After all, Shisui already represents the village. Then, Uchiha Itachi can do what he wants openly, and I don't need to order Itachi to disguise himself. This will definitely make Uchiha Itachi feel very good. As for the marriage, we have the righteousness of the village. In addition, Uchiha Itachi respects Sarutobi Hiruzen very much. Uchiha Itachi should also be happy to marry someone from the Sarutobi clan. Shiraishi came back to his senses and looked at Uchiha Yasudamo. Yashida-senpai, please keep an eye on the situation here at Uchiha. I'll go see Itachi. Okay. Uchiha Itachi's current situation is not good. After seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen die, Uchiha Itachi was furious and rushed to Danzo first, not listening to Danzo's explanation at all. However, he was too young and not strong enough. Not only did he fail to hurt Danzo, but he was also seriously injured by Danzo. If Uchiha Shisui hadn't intervened in time, Uchiha Itachi's condition would have been even worse. Shiraishi senpai. Shiraishi knocked on the door, and it was Uchiha Sasuke who opened the door. Sasuke, I'm here to see Itachi. How is he now? Brother was seriously injured, but he has been treated, and is much better than last time. Shiraishi nodded. A woman heard the noise, and looked over here. She was beautiful, and had the charm of a mature woman. Makoto senpai. Shiraishi, are you here to see Itachi? Uchiha Makoto also knew that Shiraishi and Uchiha Itachi were good friends. Yes. Come in. Uchiha Makoto led the way, and walked along the corridor. The third room was Uchiha Itachi's room. When the door was opened, Uchiha Itachi's eyes immediately looked over. Senior Shiraishi. Shiraishi stepped forward, and placed the things in his hand on the small table next to the bed. Itachi, how do you feel? Nothing. I brought you some food, made by the young chef himself. Try it. It should be good for your recovery. Uchiha Itachi's eyes lit up slightly. Thank you, Senior Shiraishi. You're welcome. Shiraishi paused and said, I heard about the situation at that time. After you saw the third generation fall, you immediately attacked the murderer Danzo. This courage deserves everyone's praise. Uchiha Itachi rarely showed a shy expression. Senior Shiraishi, you are too kind. Unfortunately, my strength is too weak, and it didn't play any role. Fortunately, Senior Shisui was there at the time. Speaking of Shisui, Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Makoto. Senior Makoto, I know that Itachi and Shisui had conflicts before, but in fact, they were all misunderstandings. As a friend of Shisui and Itachi, I hope to mediate the conflict between the two. The current time is very important for us Uchiha. Senior Makoto, can I talk to Itachi alone? Uchiha Makoto looked at Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Itachi nodded. Uchiha Makoto hesitated for a moment before nodding. Okay. Then, she patted Sasuke's shoulder. Sasuke, let's go out. Okay. Uchiha Sasuke didn't want to go out, but he chose to obey. Bang. Uchiha Makoto and Uchiha Sasuke walked out, and the door closed. Shiraishi looked at Violet. Violet nodded. Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Itachi, and lowered his voice slightly. Itachi, I'm sorry for making you pretend to be someone you don't like for so long. From today on, you don't need to pretend anymore. You can be yourself in front of everyone. Uchiha Itachi's face lit up. Really? Of course. Shiraishi said, Danzo is dead, and the village leaders who deliberately targeted us are gone. What's more important is that Shisui already has the strength to completely suppress the radicals. Shisui, who has awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan, is a member of the radicals. No one dares to disobey Shisui's orders. Uchiha Itachi's face was even happier. If that's true, those guys can't hurt the village. But, Shiraishi suddenly changed the subject. Uchiha Itachi's heart skipped a beat. Senior Shiraishi, but what? We Uchiha have no problems at all. Internal and external troubles have been solved, but the situation in the village is not very good. No, it's not just not good, it's terrible. Shiraishi said, the third Hokage died, the Sarutobi clan suffered a heavy blow, and the attacks of Orochimaru and Manja also caused great damage to the village. Now Konoha urgently needs to stabilize the situation. Itachi, who do you think is suitable to be the Hokage? Who has the ability to stabilize the situation in Konoha? Chapter 160 Uchiha Itachi, I do. Uchiha Itachi frowned and thought. To be able to succeed the position of Hokage, first of all, one must be strong enough. Those two elders are totally incapable of that. If Senior Jiraiya and Senior Tsunade come back, they should be able to do it. But, they have been away from Konoha for too long. Senior Shisui. Uchiha Itachi looked at Shiraishi and said, Senior Shisui has awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan, so he is definitely strong enough, and Senior Shisui is also a good person. It's just that he is a little too soft-hearted. This soft-heartedness, Uchiha Itachi was referring to Uchiha Shisui's attitude towards the radical Uchiha faction. In Uchiha Itachi's opinion, killing a few people and making them feel the danger would be enough, but there was no need to go through so much trouble. Shiraishi smiled. But as a Hokage, being soft-hearted is actually a good thing. Unless it is a matter of principle that betrays the village. Shisui will not be soft-hearted unless he encounters such a thing. Otherwise, he would not have killed Danzo. Uchiha Itachi nodded. Shiraishi continued, Itachi, your idea is the same as mine. I also think that Shisu's succession to the Hokage is the best choice for the village, better than Senior Jiraiya and Senior Tsunade. Not to mention the two elders Mitokado En and Utane Koharu. But it's not so easy to let Shisu succeed the Hokage smoothly. Uchiha Itachi's eyes flickered. Is there someone who wants to take advantage of this opportunity to play with power? At this time, they are still playing these games. Do these people have the village in their eyes? Damn it, if I were stronger, I would definitely eliminate these people directly. Senior Shisu should be tougher. With his strength, he doesn't need to engage in those low-level confrontations with them. He can just suppress them with his strength. Cut the Gordian knot quickly. It's the best thing for the village. Shiraishi shook his head. It's not necessary to go to that extent. The elders of the Sarutobi clan met with me and said that they are willing to support Shisu to succeed the position of Hokage, but they need a guarantee. What guarantee? The Sarutobi clan is like a frightened bird now. After all, Danzo's people just attacked them. They suffered heavy casualties and lost the third Hokage. Shiraishi said, I can understand that they are worried and want guarantees. Itachi, do you understand? Uchiha Itachi hesitated for a moment and nodded. Okay, no matter how bad the Hokage's clan members are, they are not that bad. I believe they have no bad intentions towards the village. This sentence made Shiraishi feel a little dissatisfied. Uchiha Itachi's tolerance for the Sarutobi clan is much greater than his tolerance for the Uchiha clan. But soon, Shiraishi was relieved. Things have changed. It is meaningless to dwell on these things now. And Shiraishi himself is just using Uchiha Itachi. The condition proposed by the Sarutobi clan is marriage. The Sarutobi clan wants to form an alliance with our Uchiha clan, and the person they chose is you, Itachi. So, Itachi, are you willing to form an alliance with the Sarutobi clan for the sake of the village? Uchiha Itachi was stunned. Me. In this world, people mature early. But this news was too shocking for Uchiha Itachi. Yes. Shiraishi said, the only one who can make the Sarutobi clan feel at ease is you, Itachi. The Sarutobi clan will not even look at other people, unless it is Shisu. But from the perspective of the village, Shisu is not suitable. One is that Shisu has awakened the Manjaki Sharingan. Only by combining with the Uchiha clan members can he give birth to offspring with high talents. The village is in great need of geniuses. The second is that Shisu's lineage only has Shisu alone. In addition, if Shisu marries a woman from the Sarutobi clan, he will probably encounter more resistance in succeeding the Hokage. Uchiha Itachi was silent for a while. What Shiraishi said was not a lie. Uchiha Itachi could also understand this. But if you really resist, Itachi, forget it. The village's affairs are the village's affairs. There is no reason for you to sacrifice so much for the village. For the family, Itachi, you have already sacrificed a lot. I'll think of other ways. Uchiha Itachi looked up and interrupted Shiraishi. Shiraishi senpai, no need, I'm willing. But, Shiraishi pretended to hesitate. Uchiha Itachi said, I don't have anyone I like. It doesn't matter who I marry. There's nothing wrong with marrying someone from the Sarutobi clan. After all, they are members of the Hokage's clan. Senior Shiraishi, you are working hard for the stability of the village. Senior Shisu is even busier and under great pressure. Only I'm lying on the hospital bed, doing nothing. Your sacrifice is also a sacrifice. Why can't I make this sacrifice? As long as it's for the village, I can do anything. Besides, I still have Sasuke. Shiraishi showed a touched expression, patted Uchiha Itachi's shoulder, and said, Itachi, thank you. It's really great for the village that you can accept the marriage. You have at least 1/3 of the credit for the stability of the village. However, marriage is a major event after all. Itachi still needs you to explain it to Senior Makoto. Senior Makoto may not be able to accept this matter so easily. Uchiha Itachi nodded. Don't worry, Senior Shiraishi. In that case, shall I invite Senior Makoto in? Okay. Shiraishi walked out. Senior Makoto, Itachi has something to say to you. Okay. Uchiha Makoto walked in. Soon, there was a sound of fierce quarreling inside. Not long after, Uchiha Makoto slammed the door and walked out. Uchiha Makoto still valued her own bloodline very much. Looking at Shiraishi, Uchiha Makoto's eyes also became unfriendly. Senior Makoto, can we talk alone? What else do you want to say? Shiraishi didn't say anything. Come to the study with me. Uchiha Makoto didn't drive Shiraishi out directly after all. Bang. The door closed. Uchiha Makoto looked at Shiraishi with red eyes. With Itachi's talent, let him marry a foreigner? Can you really not tolerate our bloodline? Do you have to do things to this extent? Senior Makoto misunderstood. Shiraishi shook his head. We have no ill intentions. The reason why we chose Itachi as the candidate for the marriage was because there was no other choice. Only Shisui and Itachi were important enough. But if Shisui were to get married, it would be a worse choice for us Uchiha. As compensation, we will recommend Sasuke for the position of the future Uchiha clan leader. Chapter 161 Uchiha Shisui, I want to be Hokage. The position of the head of the Uchiha clan is of little value to Shiraishi. What Shiraishi wants is much higher than the position of the head of the clan. And once Uchiha Shisui succeeds the position of Hokage, the position of the head of the clan will not be so important to him. The Hokage has a lot of work to do, and the head of the clan also has a lot of work to do. If you force both aspects together, you may not be able to do anything well. Or like Sarutobi Hiruzen, busy all the time. In that case, it is actually meaningless. Uchiha Itachi is even more unsuitable. Shiraishi would not choose Uchiha Itachi, even if he randomly chooses an Uchiha. In addition to Uchiha Shisui, Shiraishi, and Uchiha Itachi, the only candidate who can be considered excellent in the future of the Uchiha clan is Uchiha Sasuke. It can be said that even without Shiraishi's promise, the future head of the Uchiha clan is likely to be Uchiha Sasuke. But now, hearing this condition, Uchiha Makoto's mood has stabilized a little. Is what you said true? Absolutely true. Then how can we guarantee it? Shiraishi said. After Shisui succeeds as Hokage, he can resign from the position of clan leader and then appoint an acting clan leader. The acting clan leader should be the 8th generation senior. Itachi knows both me and Shisui. Since he has said it, he will definitely not regret it. If you still don't believe it after Senior Makoto said this, to be honest, I don't have any other way to guarantee it. But Senior Makoto, you should at least believe Itachi. Uchiha Makoto looked at Shiraishi deeply. After a long time. Okay, I believe you. Shiraishi stood up. Senior Makoto, don't worry, Uchiha will definitely get better and better in the future, including all Uchiha. Uchiha Makoto watched Shiraishi's back as he left. Uchiha. Shiraishi. I couldn't see it before. I didn't expect that Shiraishi was so powerful. No wonder he became friends with Shisui and Itachi. Uchiha Makoto looked out the window. Shisui becomes Hokage. Sasuke becomes clan leader. Itachi marries Sarutobi. Fugaku, if you weren't dead, you would be happy to see this scene. Shiraishi returned to Tamaki and the cat. Uchiha Shisui is still in the guard department. Danzo's conspiracy has ended, but the village still has many things to deal with. Among them, many require the use of the guard department. Uchiha Shisui is very busy. Not only Uchiha Shisui, but many people in the village are like this. It was not until the evening that Uchiha Shisui came to Tamaki and the cat. Shiraishi asked Zyudanjia to prepare dinner. The delicious smell of the food entered his nose, and Uchiha Shisui felt that his whole body relaxed. However, Uchiha Shisui's mood was still low. Uchiha Shisui sighed. I didn't expect something like this to happen. Danzo really shouldn't have done that. He actually did something like this. Shiraishi expressed his agreement, and then said, Shisui, it has already happened. We still have to look forward. After all, the current situation of the village is very bad. Shiraishi, you are right. Especially you, Shisui. Me. Uchiha Shisui was stunned for a moment. Shisui, the village and Uchiha both need you to succeed the position of Hokage. Only if you succeed the position of Hokage will it be the best result for Uchiha in the village. But Senior Jiraiya has returned. Uchiha Shisui had never thought about the position of Hokage. Especially after seeing Jiraiya who had returned. Uchiha Shisui felt that the position of Hokage must belong to Jiraiya. Senior Jiraiya is not suitable to succeed the position of Hokage. Shiraishi shook his head. In terms of strength, Senior Jiraiya is not bad, but in terms of political ability in the village, he is not as good as you, Shisui. Think about it, Shisui. How many years has Senior Jiraiya left Konoha? The reason is to pursue Orochimaru. But Orochimaru has already teamed up with Danzo to kill the third Hokage, and Jiraiya has not returned to Konoha yet. After so many years of pursuit, this is the result. Shisu, do you think this is normal? Uchiha Shisu was stunned. Shiraishi didn't know about Jiraiya's pursuit of Orochimaru, but at this time, it was undoubtedly appropriate to use this reason to persuade Uchiha Shisu. Uchiha Shisu cared about Konoha. Naturally, he would not hand Konoha over to an unreliable person. Shiraishi continued, Shisu, you succeeded as Hokage. For Uchiha, first of all, the problem of radicals will be solved directly. No one will rebel against us. The harmony within Uchiha can be restored, and we will be united. There will be no radicals or conservatives anymore. There will only be Uchiha. It will be better for Konoha. Shisu, you have no selfish motives, and can do everything for the good of the village. Besides, with your strength, you can also keep everyone in check. You are not old. This will make everyone full of confidence. Because you are here, Konoha can guarantee that there will be no shortage of cage-level ninjas in the next few decades. There will be a reliable leader in the next few decades. Stability is very important for a force. If there is instability, people will panic. If people are panicked, there will be fewer people who do practical things. Even ordinary villagers will trust someone who has just saved them from a disaster, rather than someone who has left the village for many years. Uchiha Shisu lowered his head and thought for a long time. A gust of wind blew in from the window. The aroma of food filled the entire restaurant. Uchiha Shisu looked up. Shiraishi, what you said seems to make sense, but if senior Jiraiya wants to compete, what should I do to be able to compete with senior Jiraiya? Shiraishi smiled. As long as you, Shisu, are willing to take the initiative, then you will definitely win. In the village, I'm not the only one who has a clear understanding. The Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan, and the Sarutobi clan will all stand behind you, Shisu. Uchiha Shisu looked at Shiraishi and seemed to understand something. He sighed. Shiraishi, you have worked hard. Uchiha Shisu did not participate in these things, but he was not stupid. He soon realized that the reason why he could get the support of the Hyuga clan and the Sarutobi clan must be related to Shiraishi's operation. In addition to me, Shisu, you have to thank Itachi. Itachi? Yes. Shiraishi said, the conditions of the Sarutobi clan are more stringent, and they need a marriage as a guarantee. Itachi is the person they chose. Itachi has agreed. For the sake of the village, he is willing to marry. For a moment, Uchiha Shisu's expression became a little complicated. Chapter 162 Sarutobi Hiruzen's designated successor. At the beginning, Uchiha Shisu had a very good impression of Uchiha Itachi. Otherwise, he would not have become friends with Uchiha Itachi. But later, he was frightened by some of Uchiha Itachi's ideas and opinions. A person, for the sake of the village, even gave up his parents and clansmen. This is too abnormal. But because Uchiha Itachi's position just fits in with Uchiha Shisu and Shiraishi's plan, Uchiha Shisu didn't say much. He watched Uchiha Itachi stab the sharp blade into Uchiha Fugaku's vitals. Even if Uchiha Fugaku didn't die, Uchiha Itachi wanted to kill Uchiha Fugaku. Uchiha Shisu thought that Uchiha Itachi was a bit scary. But now, hearing that Uchiha Itachi was willing to sacrifice his personal happiness for the village, for the family, and for himself to succeed the position of Hokage, Uchiha Shisu was very grateful for this. Has Itachi agreed? He agreed. Shiraishi said, Itachi's original words were that he wanted to contribute to the village, but he didn't have anyone he liked. Since the Sarutobi clan is the relatives of the third Hokage, they should be fine. Therefore, Shisu, you must get the position of Hokage. Uchiha Shisu nodded. Okay. Not long after, the Konoha high-level meeting was held. Things were urgent. A ninja village without a cage would definitely be in a panic. Someone must stand up and take charge of the situation in order to stabilize the situation. The village's high-level officials, the patriarchs of the major ninja families, all came to the Hokage building. They did not enter the Hokage's office. Instead, they entered the meeting room on the first floor. Uchiha Shisu, Hyuga Hayashi, Aburame Shiwei, Nara Shikaku, Yamanaka Inoichi, Akimichi Choza, Kuramarayan, Gekao Hayate, Kakashi, Inozuka Tsumuji, Sarutobi Yasuo, Mitokado En, Utatane Koharu, Jiraiya. Compared with the previous meetings, there were 2 fewer people. That is, Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo. Mito coughed dryly and was about to speak. However, Uchiha Shisu got there first. Uchiha Shisu was not a person with a strong desire for power. But after listening to Shiraishi's words, Uchiha Shisu understood that, only if he got the position of Hokage, would it be the best result for Uchiha and Konoha. Everyone. Uchiha Shisu looked around. It's a pity that someone like Danzo appeared in the village. He attacked the third Hokage in the Sarutobi clan. The 10,000 snakes summoned by Orochimaru caused great harm to the village. The current situation of the village is extremely bad. When Hokage was alive, he told me a lot about the position of Hokage. Now, I think I should stand up. Mito looked at Uchiha Shisu and wanted to refute. Sarutobi Yasuo added first. Hiruzen told me before he died that he was old and not as energetic as before. He couldn't stay in the position of Hokage for a few years. And the candidate who succeeded the Hokage was Shisu. I can prove this. Everyone's eyes immediately looked at Sarutobi Yasuo. This sentence was too important. Sarutobi Hiruzen succeeded the Hokage by the appointment of Senjuta Biruma. Namake's Minato succeeded the Hokage with the support of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Now, Yasuo Sarutobi said that Hiruzen Sarutobi had designated Uchiha Shisu as a successor to the Hokage before his death. Then, Uchiha Shisu has the qualification to succeed the position of Hokage. Yayo, are you telling the truth? Asked Hyuga Hayashi. Yasuo Sarutobi nodded and said, of course it is true. If so, how could I lie? You can see this from Hiruzen's arrangement for Shisu. At that age, he became the head of the security department. He led the reform of the security department. Hiruzen completely trained Shisu as his successor. Hyuga Hayashi showed a look of realization. Senior Yasuo, what you said makes sense. If the Hokage didn't want to train Shisu, he wouldn't have arranged it that way. Since the Hokage made the choice before his death, then I support it. Hyuga Hayashi and Yasuo Sarutobi sang the same tune. After Mito came to his senses, he was very angry. When he looked at Yasuo Sarutobi and Hyuga Hayashi, his eyes were very unfriendly. He cursed in his heart. Hiruzen wants Shisu to succeed as Hokage? Bullshit. Didn't Hiruzen want Shinosuke or Asuma to succeed as Hokage? The shameless Sarutobi Yasuo actually reached an agreement with the Uchiha clan. What is this? The Sarutobi clan actually surrendered to the Uchiha clan. Don't you know how to lose face? How can you face Hiruzen? But there was no way to question Sarutobi Yasuo's words, because Sarutobi Yasuo said that this was a private conversation between him and Sarutobi Hiruzen, and there was no one else around, so how could he question it? However, Mitomanen could not accept that the position of Hokage fell into the hands of Uchiha Shisu. The same was true for Uchiha Koharu. Mitoman and Uchiha had so many conflicts with the Uchiha clan before. Once Uchiha Shisu succeeded to the position of Hokage, it would be a disaster for Mitoman and Uchiha. What Mizutaman is also worried about is that when Uchiha Shisu succeeds as Hokage, it will be found out that in addition to the root, Mizutaman and Uchiha also attacked Sarutobi. At that time, the Sarutobi clan will definitely retaliate. Evidence is needed to hold someone accountable, but revenge is not. The Sarutobi clan and the Uchiha clan have formed an alliance, and it will not be easy for Mizutaman and Uchiha to resist the revenge of the Sarutobi clan. Therefore, Mizutaman absolutely does not want to give the position of Hokage to Uchiha Shisu. However, since both the Sarutobi clan and the Hyuga clan support Uchiha Shisu, Mizutaman has to give up the idea of competing for the position of Hokage. His competitiveness is no longer enough. Mizutaman looked at Jiraiya. Shisu is good, but he is too young. How can he succeed the position of Hokage at the age of 14? Isn't this clearly telling other ninja villages that we have no one left in Konoha? My idea is to let Jiraiya succeed as Hokage. Jiraiya is the best candidate. Koharu and I will assist him. This is the only way to stabilize the situation in the village as quickly as possible. It will make other ninja villages wary. As for Shisu, he can be a candidate for the next Hokage. After Jiraiya abdicates, Shisu will be older and more mature and can succeed the position of Hokage. This is in line with Hiruzen's idea. It's also best for the village. Jiraiya, the position of Hokage is only for you. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. we cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 163, Mizuta Manen's Final Struggle. Mizuta Manen said, looking at Jiraiya, probably hoping that Jiraiya would cooperate. But Jiraiya shook his head. I don't want to be Hokage, and I can't be Hokage. My personality is more suitable for being a ninja. However, I agree with your point of view, Elder Ren. Shisui is indeed a little young. Hearing the first half of the sentence, Mizuta Manen's expression froze. It was not until the second half of the sentence that his expression eased. Jiraiya had no objection to Uchiha Shisui's strength. After all, he could defeat Manja, so his strength must be strong. I think the most suitable candidate to succeed Hokage is Tsunade. But at this time, Kakashi said something. Jiraiya-sama, I went to see Tsunade-sama before on the order of Hokage-sama, but she was unwilling to return to Konoha, let alone return to Konoha to succeed Hokage. Uchiha Shisuiu looked at Kakashi with a little surprise. I don't know why Kakashi stood up and spoke. Even though Kakashi has a Sharingan, he has no other intersection with the Uchiha clan. At that time, the Uchiha clan wanted Kakashi to hand over his Sharingan. They let it go because Namikaze Minato guaranteed it. Maybe it's because of the Sharingan? Or maybe Kakashi Senpai is just telling the truth. Are you dissatisfied with Tsunade Senpai's decision not to return to Konoha? If Tsunade Senpai had returned in time, the third Hokage might not have died. Uchiha Shisuiu didn't know what Kakashi really thought. However, Kakashi's current actions obviously helped Uchiha Shisuiu. This made Mizuta very dissatisfied. Kakashi, what do you know? You can't tell the difference between what happened before and what is happening now. Now that the village has suffered such a heavy blow, can't Tsunade just watch the village and not do anything? Is that how you viewed Tsunade? Kakashi shook his head. Elder Yan, I'm just telling the truth. The order that the Hokage gave me before was to bring back Tsunade-sama. The village needs Tsunade-sama's strength. Because Shinosuke-senpai was killed by Danzo. The Hokage-sama knew about Danzo's behavior a long time ago. He also guessed Danzo's plan. That's why he asked me to bring Tsunade-sama back. But, in the face of that situation, Tsunade-sama was unwilling to return to the village. The current situation is not worse than it was then. Therefore, I don't think Tsunade-sama will want to return to the village. I'm doing this for the village. Jiraiya fell into silence. Sarutobi Hiruzen sent two people out at that time. One was Kakashi, and the other was from the Sarutobi clan. Kakashi was asked to bring back Tsunade, and the Sarutobi clan was asked to bring back Jiraiya. Tsunade didn't come back, but Jiraiya came back. But in fact, it also delayed a lot of time. If Jiraiya had come back earlier, Sarutobi Hiruzen might not have died. Jiraiya didn't know if the Sarutobi clan would blame him for this. But Jiraiya himself felt a little guilty. So when Kakashi said this, Jiraiya didn't know how to respond. Sarutobi Yasuo said, Tsunade has been away from the village for many years and doesn't know the situation of the village. If she is forced to take over, I'm afraid she won't be able to do a good job. Besides, she doesn't want to come back, so don't force her. Shisuiu is a little young, but her ability in government affairs is definitely not bad. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to reform the originally chaotic guard department into what it is now. I think Shisuiu can do it. Mitokado-en didn't know what to say. When Sarutobi Yasuo said that Uchiha Shisuiu was Sarutobi Hiruzen's designated candidate to succeed Hokage, Mitokado-en himself was no longer qualified and could only place his hopes on Jiraiya. When Jiraiya didn't want to, Tsunade didn't want to reply. Mitokado-en could only say this dryly. I still disagree. Sarutobi Yasuo said, in that case, let's vote by name. Those who can participate in this meeting are all very important figures in the village. Let's vote. Whoever gets the most votes will succeed to the position of Hokage. Mitokado-en asked back. Who can vote? Anyone can vote. At this point, Mitokado-en had nothing to refute. In public, Mitokado-en couldn't act rogue. The key is that acting rogue is useless. Then let's start. Wait, I want to add one more thing. Mizuto Kadoen said, I still think that letting Jiraiya or Tsunade be the Hokage is the best choice. It is best for the village. Jiraiya, since you think Tsunade is the best successor to the Hokage, then you go and bring Tsunade back, okay? If you can't bring Tsunade back, you will succeed to the position of Hokage. Jiraiya was silent for a while and nodded. Mizuto Kadoen smiled. Okay, then, everyone, let's just assume that Jiraiya and Tsunade are one person. If you want to elect them, just write down their names. In addition, I think that everyone can vote, but the weight of different people's votes should not be the same. Mito Kadoen looked at Kakashi. Just like Kakashi and me, Kakashi's vote should not be as important as mine, right? Obviously, Mito Kadoen was very dissatisfied with what Kakashi said just now. Sarutobi Yasuo narrowed his eyes slightly. Mito Kadoen, what do you mean? Kakashi's vote can only count as 1 vote, while my vote can count as 10 votes. Sarutobi Yasuo snorted coldly. Who do you think you are? You are just an elder. Hiruzen is looking at us for the sake of our past friendship. What ability do you have? Can your 1 vote count for Kakashi's 10 votes? If that's the case, then there's no need to vote. I support Shisui as a successor of Hokage. Whoever opposes, just stand up. Mito Kadoen and Uchiha Koharu were the first to stand up. However, there is no third person. Hyuga Hayashi and Uchiha have already reached an agreement, so they will naturally not stand up. This is even more true for Uchiha Shisui himself. Aburame Shisui looked at the situation and chose a side with the advantage. At present, it is undoubtedly Uchiha Shisui's side. The strength of the 3 ninja families, Uchiha, Hyuga, and Sarutobi, can be ranked among the top in Konoha. Even though the Sarutobi clan suffered serious injuries, the foundation is still there. Kakashi seems to be the same. Moreover, in terms of strength, righteousness, and legitimacy, Uchiha Shisui is the one who has the advantage. Aburame Shisui subconsciously looked in the direction of Narashikaku. Narashikaku lowered his head slightly, did not speak, and did not make any movements. At this moment, Jiraiya looked at Uchiha Shisui. Chapter 164 Who will respond to Zirihan? Mizuto Manen and Uchiha Koharu both looked at Jiraiya. They hoped that Jiraiya could stand up and oppose. That way it would carry more weight. After all, the current situation was a little beyond Mizuto Manen and the others' expectations. Surprisingly, apart from the 2 of them, there was no one else who opposed. Forget about the patriarchs of those small ninja families. Aburame, Inoshikacho, Kurama, none of them objected. Were they all won over by the Uchiha? When did the Uchiha do all this? Mizuto Manen and Uchiha Koharu just felt horrible. If such an Uchiha really let Uchiha Shisui become the Hokage, how would Mizuto Manen and Uchiha live in the future? Jiraiya didn't care about the sight of Mizuto Manen and Uchiha Koharu. Shisui, what do you think the will of fire is? Senior Jiraiya, the will of fire, in my understanding, is hope. Hope. Yes, no matter what time, we should put the hope of the future first. That is the will of fire. Do you have the confidence to be a good Hokage? Yes. Okay, then I believe you. The person chosen by the old man should not be too bad. Tsunade may not be willing to come back, and I'm indeed not suitable to be the Hokage, but I will watch you. Jiraiya said, if you do not do well, I will drive you out of the position of Hokage at all costs. Uchiha Shisui smiled. Don't worry senior. Sarutobi Yasuo smiled more deeply. In this case, there is no ambiguity, Shisui. From today on, you are the Hokage. Mito Kadoen and Uchiha Koharu's eyes widened, and they cursed Jiraiya in their hearts. What's wrong with Jiraiya? I pushed him to the position, but he didn't even seize the opportunity. What does this mean? Not only does he not want the position of Hokage, but he even gave up the opportunity of Tsunade? Is this person sick? Then, Sarutobi Yasuo pointed to the main seat at the conference table. Hokage, please. Uchiha Shisui nodded, and sat down at the main seat. Hello, Hokage. Sarutobi Yasuo took the lead. Then came Hyuga Hayashi. Hello, Hokage. Then, Kurama Ryan, Narashikaku, Kakashi, Yamanaka Inoichi, Aburame Shisui, Gekao Hayate, until Jiraiya. Facing Uchiha Shisui, he bowed slightly. Hello, Hokage. At this time, Mitokadoen and Utatane Koharu were unwilling, but they could only do the same as others, because the matter had been decided. Uchiha Shisu was the Hokage. Unless someone could kill Uchiha Shisu. However, with Uchiha Shisu's strength, who can do it? Even Jiraiya is not sure. Susanoo is too strong. In addition, Uchiha Shisu is also good at illusion and speed. If such a ninja wants to run, Mitokadoen can hardly think of anyone who can kill Uchiha Shisu. His ability to save his life is top-notch among many Kage. Uchiha Shisu said, "Thanks to your trust, I will do my best to do the job of Hokage. It happens that everyone is here. I will first confirm the main things in the village. The first thing is the funeral of the third generation. The third generation died to protect the village. He is a hero of the village. We must give heroes enough respect, so the funeral of the third generation is the top priority. We must let everyone know that the heroes of Konoha are worth remembering by everyone. People who have made contributions to Konoha are worth remembering by everyone." Sarutobi Yasuo nodded. The first thing Uchiha Shisu mentioned was the funeral of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Obviously, he was expressing his attitude towards the Sarutobi clan. The second thing is the post-disaster treatment. Many casualties, many buildings were destroyed, and the property losses were countless. We must deal with the aftermath well, so that the villagers who suffered the disaster can return to normal life as soon as possible. The third thing is the safety of the village. After such a thing happened in the village, other ninja villages will definitely be eyeing the village covetously. Uchiha Shisu looked at Jiraiya. "Senior Jiraiya, I'll leave this to you. Please don't leave the village in the future. The village needs your strength to deter other ninja villages." Jiraiya nodded. "Okay. And Kakashi-senpai, I need you to take care of the Anbu. After all, there was a problem before, and now the route is unreliable." Kakashi said, "I can sort out the situation of the Anbu quickly, but many root ninjas have already fled the village, and there are not many left. How does Hokage want to deal with them?" Uchiha Shisu hesitated. "Control them first." Yes. Uchiha Shisu made some simple arrangements. Everyone dispersed. Uchiha Shisu entered the Hokage's office. At this time, most of the things in the office still belonged to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Uchiha Shisu did not immediately pack up Sarutobi Hiruzen's things, but just sat down in the Hokage's position and started to deal with documents. The Hokage has a lot of work on weekdays. And now that something like this has happened in the village, there will be more things to do. Two figures walked into Tamaki and Kat. "Hang Senpai, Yakumo, good morning." "Shiraishi, I'm here to bother you again." It's okay, come in." The two walked in. Shiraishi's eyes fell on the top of the two people's heads. 81. A very good Uchiha. This is Yuhi Kunoi's favorability. Because they met many times and spent a long time together, the favorability increased quickly. Especially Alice's cooking helped Kurumi Yakumo, which made Yuhi Kunoi feel that she helped her a lot. Yuhi Kunoi felt that she owed Shiraishi a big favor. 62. A very good big brother. This is Kurumi Yakumo's favorability, which is slightly slower than Yuhi Kunoi. "Yakumo's sister, do you want to play together?" Tamaki invited Kurumi Yakumo. Kurumi Yakumo was a little tempted. During this period of time, Kurumi Yakumo had become very familiar with Tamaki and Shinshin. However, he did not answer Tamaki immediately, but looked at Yuhi Kunoi first. When Yuhi Kunoi nodded, Kurumi Yakumo showed a surprised expression and stood up. "Okay." Then, he trotted over to Tamaki. Although there was a few years difference in age, they could still play together. Yuhi Kunoi looked at Kurumi Yakumo's back. Her eyes softened. "Shiraishi, thank you so much for Yakumo. I didn't expect that she could become so cheerful so quickly, and her condition is much more stable than before." Chapter 165 Sunset Red, 90 points of favorability. Shiraishi smiled but said nothing. Yuhi Kunoi couldn't help but sigh again. "I didn't expect such a thing to happen in the village." Elder Danzo teamed up with the traitor Orochimaru for the position of Hokage, and did such an excessive thing. Fortunately, Uchiha Shisu of Urachiha stood up. "Shiraishi, I heard that Uchiha Shisu will be the successor to the next Hokage, right?" Shiraishi hesitated. "I don't know, but judging from the current situation of the village, Shisu is indeed the most suitable candidate to be the Hokage, both in terms of strength and contribution to the village." Shiraishi, are you and Uchiha Shizu very good friends? Yes. Can I ask Shiraishi for a favor? What does Kunoha want me to help you with? About my father. Kunoha, he said, my father fought against the Ninetales for the sake of the village during the Ninetales rebellion and died at the hands of the Ninetales, but the situation was chaotic at the time and my father's contributions were not counted. The third K promised me that he would find an opportunity to implement my father's achievements within these 2 years. But now the third K has passed away. So I want Shiraishi to help me ask Uchiha Shizu whether this matter can still be counted. Kunoha, his father is named Kunoha. He is an elite jonin of Konoha. Like Kunoha, he is extremely good at illusion. Do you have any witnesses or evidence, Senior Han? Of course I do. This is a true story. I don't want to embellish his achievements just because he is my father. I just want my father to get the proper recognition he deserves. I don't doubt Senior Han's intentions. During this time together, I also understand what kind of person Senior Han is. He is not from the Kurama clan, but he is so dedicated to Yakumo. Shiraishi said, I'm just worried that if there is not enough evidence and witnesses, it will attract criticism. In that case, it will not be a good thing for you, Senior Han, and Shizu. Shizu is likely to obtain the right to succeed the Hokage, but there are many people in the village who have opinions about Shizu, such as the 2 elders, Mitokadoen and Utatane Koharu. After a pause, Shiraishi continued, Senior Han, please rest assured, when Shizu's condition stabilizes, I will find time to talk to him. Based on my understanding of Shizu, he will definitely help. Kunoha's eyes lit up. That's great, Shiraishi, thank you. After hearing the news of Sarutobi Hiruzen's death, Kunoha was worried about the village first, and then she began to worry about this matter. Kunoha was very concerned about her father's reputation. You're welcome. Shiraishi smiled and waved his hand. At this time, Shiraishi noticed that, after he agreed to Kunoha's request, Kunoha's favorability immediately increased by several points, from 81 to 90. A voice sounded in Shiraishi's mind, monitoring that Kunoha's favorability has reached 90 points. Do you want to collect it? Collect. Collected successfully. Do you want to make the request? No. After Kunoha and Yakumo left, Shiraishi couldn't wait to return to the Uchiha station. At this time, the Uchiha station was full of excitement and joy. Uchiha Shizu had not officially succeeded to the position of Hokage, but some news had already spread. Whether it was the radicals or the conservatives, Uchiha has a Hokage, which is a great thing for the entire Uchiha family, except for very few people. The inner jealousy is greater than the surprise of the family change. For example, those who supported Uchiha Fugaku and targeted Uchiha Shizu before now support Uchiha Itachi. However, what they don't know is that Uchiha Itachi's attitude towards Uchiha Shizu is different from this. A middle-aged man snorted coldly. If Fugaku is still here, the position of Hokage will be Fugaku's. However, this is obviously unrealistic. Even if Uchiha Fugaku is still here, the position of Hokage will not fall on Uchiha Fugaku. Strength, fame, connections, and power are not up to paragraph. Even if he has the same Mangekyou Sharingan as Uchiha Shizu. However, even with the same Mangekyou Sharingan, there are also differences in strength. Uchiha Fugaku's strength in other aspects is not so good. Sir. Habi and Uji revealed. Shiraishi could clearly notice that Habib had deliberately distanced himself from Toru Tachibana, and the other ninja cats in the ninja tool shop also seemed to be somewhat afraid and resistant to Toru Tachibana. It was obvious that Toru Tachibana had indeed become a perverted existence for ninja cats. I have something to do, you guys continue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Toru Tachibana didn't look at him anymore. Habib looked back curiously, but didn't go in. Instead, he stood guard at the door of the ninja tool shop. Request. You sent a request to the heavens and the worlds. In the vast universe, countless eyes looked over, and an existence called Cat responded to your request. You received a B-level response. The level of the response was within Shiraishi's expectations. After all, Kunoha's talent was good compared to ordinary ninjas, but it was still far behind the real top ninjas. Even Uchiha Raizumi only responded to B-level, but this responder, Cat, Shiraishi couldn't think of a corresponding candidate for a moment. A white ball of light appeared in Shiraishi's hand. Shiraishi shook the snack bottle in his hand. The ninja cats heard the sound and hurried over. They meowed. Shiraishi opened the bottle cap and scattered the snacks. The ninja cats immediately scrambled for them. Shiraishi threw the white ball of light in his hand again. A cat with a slightly pinkish purple color saw the ball of light, opened its mouth and bit it, swallowed the white ball of light directly into its stomach, and was stunned for a moment. It was probably wondering why it didn't feel full, even though it had eaten something. Meow. A burst of white light suddenly burst out on the pinkish purple ninja cat's body, covering the entire cat, and forming a cocoon. Not long after, a crack appeared on the cocoon. A figure walked out from it. The human figure walked upright, wearing a cream-colored skirt, cute and a little sexy. The ninja cat came in front of Shiraishi, lowered its body slightly, and saluted Shiraishi. The two pupils are different colors. One is blue and the other is golden. Cat, meet the master. Chapter 166. Shiraishi, you should join the Konoha management. Shiraishi's eyebrows slightly raised. A burst of information entered Shiraishi's mind. Shiraishi finally knew who the responder was. From the K-world. A being with special abilities. Possessing both the appearance of a cat and a human. Possessing special abilities. Centered on itself. Effective within a certain range. Can interfere with the target's cognition and operate freely. Make them hallucinate and hear hallucinations. Can even modify memories to a certain extent. Shiraishi looked next to the cat. Lines of text appeared. Name, cat, cat. Gender, female. Strength, special jonin. Weapon, none. Abilities, hallucination, modify memory. Shiraishi's eyes lit up slightly. Of these two abilities, the former hallucination is not very meaningful. In the Uchiha clan, who can't use a few illusions after awakening the Sharingan? However, the ability to modify memory is of great value. Even if you look at the entire Uchiha clan, except for Uchiha Shisui's main Jiki Sharingan ability, it involves this aspect. Others are not considered. For Shiraishi, the ability to modify memory will give him more room to maneuver in the future. Come with me. Yes, sir. Shiraishi left with the cat. He didn't say much to Happy and Toru Tachibana, and didn't even meet them. Instead, he left from the back door with the cat. Back to Tamaki and the cat. Uchiha Shisui just came over. Shiraishi. Uchiha Shisui smiled. Shisui, it seems that you have already got the position of Hokage? Thanks to your preparation, Shiraishi. Uchiha Shisui said, Senior Yasuo has made a lot of efforts in this. In the previous meeting, Sarutobi Yasuo said a lot for Uchiha Shisui. He even made up the statement that Sarutobi Hiruzen designated Uchiha Shisui as a successor to Hokage. Mito En and Utatane Koharu knew it was a fake, but they couldn't expose it. In addition, the support of Hyuga Hayashi is also very important. Senior Yan and Senior Zyuchin are very dissatisfied with me. Maybe it's because they had a lot of conflicts with our Uchiha clan before. But they are a little too selfish. Because of that little thing, they hold a grudge. Completely ignore what is best for the village. Uchiha Shisui said with some disappointment and shook his head. However, Shiraishi can completely understand. In this world, most people are selfish, and the same is true for Konoha's ninjas. There are very few people who are truly selfless. But fortunately, Senior Jiraiya did not collude with them, but considered the village. Next, we have to deal with the affairs of the village. I didn't know before, but now that I have really taken over, I know that managing a village is such a complicated thing. Inside the village, outside. Post-disaster reconstruction. Balance the people below. And the funeral of the third generation. Shiraishi hesitated for a moment and said, Shisui, I should be able to help with post-disaster handling. Uchiha Shisui looked over. Shiraishi said, post-disaster handling. In fact, other things are not that important. The most important thing is actually the people's hearts. I can ask Alice to temporarily close the Kakashi building for a while. Go to the post-disaster area and prepare food for the villagers who suffered from the disaster. If they can eat delicious food, they should be in a much better mood. Renew hope for life. Then the rest of the things will be simple. For Shiraishi, this is a very good opportunity to improve others' favorability. These villagers are indeed ordinary. but among the people these villagers know, such as relatives and friends, there are bound to be some with good talents. Moreover, some people will have a good impression of Shiraishi after seeing him do such a thing. Uchiha Shisu imagined it and immediately looked forward to it. It sounds great. Suddenly, Uchiha Shisu had a bolder idea. Shiraishi, why don't you take charge of the post-disaster handling? Okay, me. Shiraishi was stunned for a moment. That's right. Uchiha Shisu nodded and said, I can become a Hokage now, so Shiraishi can naturally be responsible for the post-disaster handling alone. I know your ability, and there will definitely be no problem. As for the issue of qualifications, this is also easy to solve. Post-disaster handling is a tricky matter, and few people are willing to take the initiative to take over. As long as Shiraishi handles the post-disaster affairs well, you can legitimately enter the village management. Shiraishi, your ability has room to play. Uchiha Shisu's impression of Shiraishi is that his ninja talent is a little lacking, but his intelligence and strategy are top-notch. Therefore, Uchiha Shisu believes that Shiraishi will definitely shine in government affairs. That is the position that suits Shiraishi best. Uchiha Shisu feels that Shiraishi must also hope to obtain a high position in the village. Now, Uchiha Shisu has obtained the position of Hokage. Uchiha Shisu feels that he has to help Shiraishi to fight for something. Shiraishi has done a lot of things in secret. The stability of Uchiha, as well as the support of Sarutobi Yasuo and Hyuga Hayashi for himself, are all related to Shiraishi. Even though Uchiha Shisu is not without selfish motives. But Uchiha Shisu feels that with Shiraishi's ability, he can be fully qualified for any position in the village's government affairs. Except for those that have rigid requirements for strength. But in fact, Shiraishi doesn't care about the position. However, Shiraishi thinks that the idea proposed by Uchiha Shisu is worth considering. You can try. Shiraishi said, but I need Shisu to give me someone. Who? A ninja from the root, who should be the product of Orochimaru's human experiment. He has transplanted the cells of the first Hokage, and has the ability to use wood release. His ability is very useful for post-disaster treatment. Shiraishi was referring to Yamato, the only wood release ninja in the current ninja world. His wood release is not as powerful as Hashirama Senju's wood release. In combat, it may not be as useful as other ninjutsu. It may only have special effects when suppressing the tailed beasts. However, in Shiraishi's opinion, such wood release is much better for production than for combat. Okay, as long as this person is still in the village, I can give him an order. The next day, Uchiha Shisu found Kakashi. Senior Kakashi, I need you to help me find someone who was a member of the root before, and has the ability of wood release. Kakashi was stunned. Hokage, this person is no longer in the root. Where? In the Anbu. Chapter 167 Favorability from Yamato. That's perfect. Let him come over. Yes, Hokage. Soon, Yamato came to Uchiha Shisu. Hokage. Tenzo? Yes, Hokage. This is my current code name. In the root, Yamato's code name was Jaya. Don't you have a name? Yamato was silent for a while. Maybe you can give yourself a suitable name. It's not good to always call yourself by a code name. After all, you are about to leave the Anbu now. Do you have any name in mind? Uchiha Shisu asked. Then call me Yamato. Does Hokage have a new mission for me? Yamato asked. Uchiha Shisu nodded. Yes, I plan to let you take charge of the post-disaster affairs with one of my clansmen. You can ask my clansman what to do specifically. His name is Uchiha Shiraishi, and he works at the Tamaki and Cat Ninja Tool Shop. You know this place, right? Yamato nodded. Yes, it's in a ninja tool shop on the commercial street. Okay, nothing else. You can go over now. Yes, Hokage. Yamato left the Hokage building. Uchiha Shisu didn't say much. The Hokage's work is very busy, especially in Konoha's current situation. At the same time, Uchiha Shisu also believed that Shiraishi would definitely be able to handle the matter. Yamato's figure came to the ninja tool shop. Shiraishi looked up. 40, Hokage's clansman. Shiraishi raised his eyebrows slightly. Shiraishi recognized the other person by his face at the first time. Yamato. However, Shiraishi was a little surprised that Yamato's initial favorability towards him was 40 points. From the description below, this favorability is obviously related to Uchiha Shisu. Yamato is more recognized by Uchiha Shisui as the Hokage. This is the reason why Shiraishi still maintains a good relationship with the other party after making a request based on the other party's favorability. As the saying goes, a friend of a friend is my friend. Favorability is contagious. Otherwise, Yamato's initial favorability towards Shiraishi would not be so high. Excuse me, are you Uchiha Shiraishi? Yes, I am. I'm Yamato, and the Hokage asked me to come here to help you, Shiraishi, deal with the aftermath of the disaster. Shiraishi nodded. Let's go now. A group of people. To be exact, 2 people, 4 ninja cats. Shiraishi and Yamato. And Violet, Kurapika, Alice, and cats. Many people's eyes fell on the 2 of them. One is that such a combination is rare in Konoha, and the other is that, because of Shiraishi's identity as Uchiha, the news that Uchiha Shisui will succeed as Hokage has slowly spread. Even though the official succession ceremony has not yet been held, but Uchiha Shisui is already doing the work of Hokage. The 2 came to the post-disaster area. It was a ruin, and some disaster victims were busy. They came to the place where their houses should be, turning over to see if there are any valuables to find. Captain, what should we do? Yamato asked. Captain? Shiraishi was a little surprised by this title, but he soon understood it. In the Root and the Anbu, Yamato's superiors were basically the captains, and now it has been used. Let's find an open space first. Shiraishi looked at Violet. Violet pointed in a direction. Shiraishi walked over. Some eyes looked over. Yamato, please build a stove here. Using earth escape, it should be possible, right? Stove. Not bad. I'll try. The next moment, Yamato made a seal. Earth escape. Then the ground nearby began to surge, and under the effect of Yamato's chakra, it began to change shape. Soon, a huge stove was formed. Shiraishi took out the storage scroll, opened it. Some kitchen utensils appeared. There were also a lot of ingredients. Alice, it's up to you next. Yes, sir. Yamato looked at Alice curiously. Yamato had heard about Kikuxia, but he had never seen Alice. Captain, is this the chef of Kikushita? Yes. As Alice cooked, the aroma of the food spread all around. The victims smelled the aroma of the food and came over one after another. Yamato, please keep order. Yes, Captain. Shiraishi didn't bring many people, only Yamato, and the others were ninja cats. However, in this world, ninjas are still a strong deterrent to ordinary people. When Yamato stood up, the victims suddenly became much quieter. They lined up and kept order, but couldn't help but look ahead. Finally, Alice's food was ready. Kurapika handed over the plate. The cat picked up the spoon and put the food on the plate. Alice made health porridge. It is considered a staple food, tastes good, and just fits the current situation of the victims. Be careful of the heat. With the cat as the center, a force spread out in all directions. This is the cat using its ability to make these victims more grateful to Shiraishi. The more grateful they are, the more favorable they will be. Beishi looked at the victims. The numbers above the victims' heads were changing very fast. After a victim drank a mouthful of porridge, his favorability increased by 10 points. However, there were exceptions. Some victims drank the porridge, but their favorability did not change at all. These were ungrateful people. This porridge is the best porridge I have ever had in my life. After the delicious food entered their mouths, some victims seemed to be relieved about the disaster. After such a disaster, there are 3 things that can soothe the soul the most. One is music that hits the soul and inspires people. Another is a speech that inspires everyone. The third is delicious food that can replenish energy. Moreover, the third one is stronger than the previous 2 in that the food is real, and it can provide material energy in addition to spiritual encouragement. The atmosphere around is slowly changing. From the loneliness and despair after the disaster before, to now, some hope has gradually emerged. Everyone. At this time, Beishi took a step forward. My name is Uchiha Shiraishi, and I'm responsible for the reconstruction after this disaster. Danzo's betrayal and Orochimaru's attack have caused the village to suffer a great disaster. You are all direct victims. But please rest assured that the village will not give up on you. Instead, we will accompany you to complete the reconstruction. I hope you can cheer up. In the process of reconstruction, I will always accompany you. Among the crowd, a disaster victim couldn't help but raise his hand. Lord Shiraishi, can we eat such delicious food every day? Chapter 168. Is it so happy to be a disaster victim? This person was also a disaster victim. However, the damage was not serious. He only lost a little property. Therefore, he was just not in a good mood. After eating such delicious food, his mood changed instantly. The food of Kikushiro was usually hard to eat. The reservations were not as good as those of the scalpers, and they were reluctant to increase the price. But now, because he became a disaster victim, he could taste it so easily. This made this person suddenly feel that being affected by the disaster was not a bad thing, and it was even lucky. The other disaster victims around him also showed a hint of expectation in their eyes. Shiraishi said, I will try my best to let Alice come every day. As long as you cooperate with the post-disaster reconstruction work, you can eat the food made by Alice. The eyes of the disaster victims lit up. If you cooperate with the reconstruction, you can eat Kikushiro level food every day. If that's the case, that would be great. The eyes of everyone looking at Shiraishi gradually changed. Shiraishi gave Yamato a second order. Yamato, I need you to use Earth Escape to create a larger flatland. Yamato nodded. Okay. Then, Yamato came to the other side. Earth Escape. The ground moved under Yamato's ninjutsu. The soil rolled up. The ruins, debris, and garbage on the ground were rolled into the ground. The ground gradually became flat. The victims looked over here. After finishing, Yamato looked at Shiraishi again. Shiraishi said, using wood escape to build wooden houses, this should not be difficult for you, Yamato. How many can you make in a day? Yamato calculated in his mind. 100, the limit. Okay, then I'll work hard for you. Yamato nodded and began to build wooden houses. Boring, tedious, repetitive. Ordinary ninjas would definitely not be able to stand it. Moreover, in this era, most ninjas are unwilling to do such things. They don't discriminate against it, but they look down on it in their hearts. But Yamato doesn't. The victims looked over curiously. Master Shiraishi, is this for us? The wooden house built by Yamato using ninjutsu is not that simple. It is many times better than the tents built by the victims themselves. But it is not that good. A normal family living here for a long time is definitely not enough. Then, it is just suitable for these victims to transition. Shiraishi nodded. Not bad. The victims' faces lit up again. It's not that no one in Konoha has suffered disasters before, but how could the victims before have received such treatment? Food? It's good to be full. Accommodation? It's good to have a tent. But now, Shiraishi not only brought Alice and made Kikushi level dishes for them, but also asked ninjas like Yamato to use ninjas to help them build temporary houses. For a while, the victims' gratitude to Shiraishi increased again, and the numbers above their heads also changed accordingly. Shiraishi couldn't help but smile when he saw this. The talents of these ordinary people are certainly not high. Even if they make a request, they won't get any good response. However, there must be some people like a chorus and hand beating. And, more importantly, Shiraishi is for fame. A good reputation is very helpful in improving favorability. Before, because of the situation of Uchiha, Shiraishi did not dare to do so. But now that Uchiha Shizu has become the Hokage, the situation is different. There is no risk for Shiraishi to do this. What's wrong with Uchiha wanting to gain fame? Are you questioning the Hokage's clan? This feeling of being in control of the situation made Shiraishi feel very good. He felt more deeply that the fate of Uchiha had indeed been changed. Things like those in the original plot are no longer possible. Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo are both dead. No matter how much Mito Kadoen and Utatane Koharu hate Uchiha, their abilities are limited, and what they can do is also extremely limited. It is impossible for a civil war to break out between Uchiha and the village. After all, who would rebel against themselves? Naturally, Uchiha Itachi would no longer have a reason to kill the Uchiha clan. The attraction of delicious food, coupled with the preferential conditions of the wooden house, gradually rekindled the hope of life for the victims. With hope, the whole mental state is different. Some people outside looked at this side and felt strange. They felt that these people were not disaster victims, but more like a group of ambitious people who were preparing to start a new life. Are you so happy after the disaster? These people were puzzled. but soon, they understood the reason. Living in a temporary wooden house built by ninjas using ninjutsu, and eating kikuxi-allow level food every day. This made those who made reservations for many days, but did not get the qualification, to dine at kikuxi-allow envious. Even those who entered kikuxi-allow through scalpers, and ate there were envious. It's so good to be able to eat kikuchi level food every day. You're making me want to become a disaster victim. I wonder what it's like to live in the wooden house made by the ninja using ninjutsu. The one leading the disaster relief is called Uchiha Shiraishi. I didn't expect the Uchiha people to be so nice. Much better than before. All of a sudden, many people who heard about this matter developed a good impression of Shiraishi, even if they had never met Shiraishi. This is the power of reputation. This is the power of charity. Who dares to say that the Uchiha people are not good? Who dares to say that the Uchiha people discriminate against non-Uchiha people? A team of ninjas came to the disaster area. They were sent by Uchiha Shisui to Shiraishi's subordinates. Under normal circumstances, 2 people would definitely not be enough to face so many disaster victims, even with the help of the ninja cats. However, when this team of ninjas arrived at the disaster area, they found that most of the disaster victims were very proactive in cooperating with Shiraishi's arrangements and actively assisting in management. Shiraishi and Yamato were only 2 people, but they managed so many disaster victims in an orderly manner. As expected of Shiraishi, Uchiha Shisui smiled after receiving the reports from the ninjas. Speaking of which, Shiraishi's ability in government affairs is far superior to mine. If Shiraishi's ninja strength also reaches a level of Kage, he will be a more suitable candidate for Hokage than me. The atmosphere of the entire Konoha seemed to be affected by the changes of the disaster victims. The atmosphere of the village, which had become somewhat negative due to the death of Sarutobi Hiruzen, gradually began to change in a positive direction at this moment. Mitokado snorted coldly and came in front of Uchiha Koharu. Chapter 169 Uchiha Shiraishi's Fatal Weakness. Yan, what should we do now? There was a little complaint in Uchiha Koharu's tone. Because Uchiha Koharu found that, since he cooperated with Mitaman, nothing good had happened to him. Targeting Uchiha. But in the end, Sarutobi Hiruzen took a bystander attitude, and did not help Mitaman and Uchiha at all. When Uchiha also did not get help, but with the disappearance of Uchiha Fugaku, Uchiha became extremely strong under the leadership of Uchiha Shisui. Mitaman and Uchiha only took advantage at the beginning, but suffered a great loss later. In this situation, Mitaman proposed to join Danzo, but Danzo was also unreliable. He joined forces with Orochimaru to attack, and killed Sarutobi Hiruzen. However, it created Uchiha Shisui's main Jiki Sharingan. It made Mitaman and Uchiha's enemies, Uchiha, even more powerful. Mitaman and Uchiha Koharu did not like Sarutobi Hiruzen's bystander attitude. However, Sarutobi Hiruzen was just a bystander. If Uchiha really went too far, Sarutobi Hiruzen would definitely stop him. But now, the situation is different. Uchiha Shisui directly became the Hokage. He has not officially succeeded yet, but it is already substantial. Mitokado heard the tone of Uchiha Koharu, and was silent for a while. Koharu, no one wanted to see things turn out like this. No one thought that Hiruzen would target us so much, and be so ungrateful. No one thought that Danzo would act so radically and implicate us. No one thought that the brat Uchiha Shisui could actually awaken the main Jiki Sharingan. However, Uchiha Shisui's strength should not be as good as Uchiha Madara's. Otherwise, Uchiha would definitely be stronger. This is our only good news. No one thought that those ninja families would actually support Uchiha Shisui. Especially this guy Sarutobi Yasuo. He is simply an old dog who harms others, but does not benefit himself. He thinks that by pushing Uchiha to the position, they can get some benefits. What good can such an evil Uchiha do? And Jiraiya has also gone insane. He doesn't even want the position of Hokage that he got. Kakashi is even more excessive. He thinks that having a Sharingan means he is an Uchiha. He actually showed goodwill to Uchiha. Has he forgotten that when he returned to the village, the Uchiha people wanted to force him to hand over the Sharingan? If it weren't for Minato and Hiruzen, he would have lost the eye long ago. Mizuto Kadoen was extremely dissatisfied with the current situation. However, he did not find his own reasons. Instead, he was looking for reasons from others. He cursed almost everyone in Konoha. Koharu, I have a way. What is it? Utatane Koharu stared at Mizuto Kadoen suspiciously. In her heart, she no longer trusted Mizuto Kadoen so much. Mizuto Kadoen said, right now Uchiha Shizu is only the acting Hokage, and Jiraiya is still observing him secretly. If Uchiha Shizu doesn't do a good job, there is a high probability that Jiraiya will take his place. Jiraiya doesn't like being Hokage, but Jiraiya has the village in his heart. If the village is unstable and encounters a major crisis, Jiraiya will definitely still be willing to be the Hokage. As long as Jiraiya takes office, it will be a major blow to the Uchiha, and for us, it will be very good news. The conflict between us and the Uchiha is irreconcilable. Even if we are willing to surrender, the Uchiha will not agree. You know them, Koharu. They will definitely not let us go. For now, we only have one choice, to drive Uchiha Shizu down from the position of Hokage. Utatane Koharu frowned. Where to start? Mizuto Menon said, at present, the situation in the village is actually very bad. There are internal and external troubles, and the people's hearts are unstable. There are problems in many aspects. However, what is most concerned now is the treatment of the victims. The one who is dealing with the victims now is Uchiha Shiraishi. Uchiha Shizu, a genin with no achievements and no position, actually gave such a big task to Uchiha Shiraishi. This shows how selfish Uchiha Shizu is. Such an important position was given to a genin in his own family. Now he hasn't officially succeeded to the Hokage, and it's already like this. Then if he officially succeeds to the Hokage, how excessive will he do? Won't the key position of the entire village be taken by him, Uchiha? In the future, will Konoha belong to everyone, or to him, Uchiha's Konoha? Utatane Koharu hesitated. I've also heard about the disaster victims. When I first heard who was in charge, I also found it incredible. How could such an important matter be handed over to a mere genin? But now Uchiha Shiraishi is doing a really good job. Without mobilizing too many people, only 2 people have controlled the situation of the disaster victims. And they controlled it very well. Mizuto Kadoen snorted coldly. It's just a trick. They invited the chef of Kikushiro to help. If other people had the help of the chef of Kikushiro, the effect would definitely be the same. What credit does he have? Utatane Koharu really wanted to say something. Shiraishi might be the only one who could invite the chef of Kikushiro. Being able to invite him is also a kind of ability. However, after seeing Mizuto Kadoen's expression, he held back and didn't say it. While helping the victims, Uchiha Shiraishi did an extremely bad thing. That is, he actually used Yamato's ninjutsu to build temporary wooden houses for the victims to live in. What is this? Yamato is a ninja, and he has a wood release Kekkei Genkei. There are much more important things that Yamato can do. But he did such a thing under the order of Uchiha Shiraishi. What does he think of ninjas? What was Uchiha Shizu thinking when he arranged Yamato to Uchiha Shiraishi? It's too unscrupulous to make the clan members gain merit. Even Hiruzen didn't go that far back then. In addition, Uchiha Shiraishi has a fatal weakness. That is, he is too weak. He's just a genin. Uchiha Shizu wanted to support Uchiha Shiraishi, but Uchiha Shiraishi, who only has the strength of a genin, is too weak. Uchiha Shizu made a big mistake in choosing him. However, it was because of Uchiha Shizu's mistake that we have a chance. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 170. What if it was Danzo who volunteered? Therefore, we have 3 entry points. One is to emphasize the merits of Chef Kikushita, spread rumors, and shift people's attention and discussion from Uchiha Shiraishi to Chef Kikushita. The chef of Kikushita is from the Ninja Cat clan, and has a close relationship with Uchiha, but he is not Uchiha after all. If we can cooperate with Uchiha, we may not be unable to cooperate with other ninja families. Perhaps, we can win over the Ninja Cat clan. Of course, this hope is not very great, and it is difficult to implement. However, if Uchiha really loses power, or if we give them conditions that they cannot refuse, it is not impossible. Mizuto Manen said, as if he was looking forward to it. In his mind, he fantasized a little. This is pure daydreaming. Alice is not an ordinary ninja cat. Her loyalty to Shiraishi is 100%. Even a powerful person like Black Zetsu or a strong person like Kaguya Otsutsuki cannot make Alice betray Shiraishi. Not to mention a mere Mizuta Manen. The second is that we can stir up a conflict between ordinary people and ninjas. This conflict has always existed. All the village can do is to maintain a balance. We can use Yamato's use of wood release to intensify this conflict and stir up a confrontation between the two sides. In this case, Uchiha Shiraishi is the one who made the mistake, and Uchiha Shizu must also be responsible for this situation. Utatane Koharu hesitated and said, Yan, this shouldn't have any impact. Ninjas will take on many missions from ordinary people. It has some impact. Mitamanen said, the independence between ninjas and ordinary people has always existed. This may not play a key role for Uchiha Shiraishi, but it may be the last straw that breaks the camel's back. Utatane Koharu nodded. Utatane Koharu agreed with Mitamanen's explanation. What about the third? The third is to let the victims cause trouble and attack Uchiha Shiraishi. Uchiha Shiraishi, who is just a genin, will inevitably be defeated when facing the attack of a large number of victims. And this represents a major mistake made by Uchiha Shizu. The more serious the injuries on Uchiha Shiraishi's body, the bigger the mistake made by Uchiha Shizu. If these things are done well, Uchiha Shizu's ability will be greatly doubted, and many people will think that Uchiha Shizu is too selfish. At this time, create some external crisis for the village. Then, Jiraiya will most likely take over the position of Hokage. Jiraiya will not sit idly by and watch the village suffer such a crisis. Utatane Koharu glanced outside. External crisis? Yan, what do you think? Danzo is dead, but the root is still there. Many members are still loyal to Danzo and want to avenge Danzo. I have investigated the situation of Yamanaka Refuyu and Aburame taking the root. They didn't give up and run away, but disappeared. It is very likely that they have been killed by the Uchiha. We can use these root ninjas. If it doesn't work, we can also leak the information to other ninja villages. Hearing this, Utatane Koharu's face changed drastically. Yan, this won't work. No matter what we had before was just an internal fight, a matter between ninja families. Leaking information to other ninja villages is a real betrayal of the village. Mitaman Yan sneered. Koharu, do you think there is any difference? When the Uchiha provokes internal strife, isn't it giving other ninja villages a chance? If we leak information to other ninja villages, it will only have the same effect, doing the same thing as the Uchiha. Do you mean, Koharu, do you want to sit back and watch the Utatane clan being destroyed by the Uchiha? With their style, they may not even give us a little space to survive. Koharu, think about your clan members. Utatane Koharu was silent. After a long time, he looked up. If you leak information, you must not leak too important information. You can let other ninja villages put some pressure on Konoha, but you must not give other ninja villages a real chance. Mitamanen nodded. That's natural. I'm also a member of Konoha, and Mitaman is also a member of Konoha. I can't really want to see Konoha being destroyed by other ninja villages. What we are talking about is just self-protection when facing the vicious enemy Uchiha. Mitamanen was trying to persuade Utatane Koharu. At the same time, it seemed like he was persuading himself. Mizuto Kadoen knew the essence of the matter very well. But many people just wanted to find a legitimate reason for themselves and put themselves on the side of justice. Even if it was just self-deception. By the way, there is also Uchiha Itachi. Mizuto Kadoen said, Uchiha Shizu and Uchiha Itachi are enemies. It is said that the disappearance of Uchiha Fugaku is related to Uchiha Shizu. Maybe Uchiha Shizu is the murderer. Now that Uchiha Shizu has become the Hokage, Uchiha Itachi will definitely be dissatisfied. If we can provoke a civil war in the Uchiha clan, it would be great. Utatane Koharu retorted. As a ninja family, how big can the disagreement be? Now that Uchiha Shizu has succeeded the Hokage and has won enough benefits for the Uchiha clan, I'm afraid they have already reconciled. Mizuto Kadoen shook his head. It won't be that easy. The reason why Hiruzen could accommodate Uchiha was largely because of the bad relationship between Uchiha Shizu's faction and Uchiha Itachi's faction. Koharu, you cannot believe my judgment, but you don't think Hiruzen's judgment is wrong, right? Utatane Koharu did not speak again. The two were dissatisfied with Sarutobi Hiruzen, but in their hearts, they both acknowledged Sarutobi Hiruzen's ability. Among the 6 people at that time, the two actually recognized that Sarutobi Hiruzen's comprehensive ability was the strongest among the 6. He was able to succeed the Hokage, not just because of that sentence. It was just that Danzo always felt that he was the strongest in his heart. Uchiha Koharu felt that if Danzo was the first person to stand up, Senjutsu Birama might really let Danzo go to cover the rear and would not give the position of Hokage to Danzo. Senjutsu Birama, who is willing to cover the rear. Danzo stepped forward. Teacher, I'm willing. Senjutsu Birama, okay, I'll leave it to you. Danzo, in that case, what kind of expression would Danzo have? The two began to act. Hokage building. Uchiha Shisu was looking at the documents in front of him while sorting out the situation in the village in his mind. Chapter 171. How is Naruto doing? Other ninja villages are indeed ready to make a move. The Hidden Cloud Village, the Hidden Sand Village, the Hidden Rock Village, and even the Hidden Mist Village are all like this. One by one, they are like predators that have smelled blood. Fortunately, the situation in the village has stabilized quickly enough. Plus the return of senior Jiraiya. There is no Sarutobi Hiruzen, no Shimura Danzo, but there is Uchiha Shisu who suddenly awakened the main Jiki Sharingan, plus Jiraiya, one of the 3 ninjas. The existence of these 2 people is enough to make people fearful. But these people have not given up, especially the Hidden Sand Village. They claim to be allies, but in fact, they just want to see the current situation of Konoha clearly. Once they find an opportunity, they will not hesitate to bite off a piece of flesh and blood from their allies. Uchiha Shisu rubbed his temples. Kakashi has sorted out the situation of the Anbu. There are no major problems. The previous members can continue to be used and can work normally. Some members of the root have been captured and some have escaped from Konoha. The key is to hide in the village. Judging from their performance, they are loyal to Danzo. They are not loyal to the village, but they will not leave. They must be doing something. We need to be on guard against them. Especially, their revenge against Uchiha and Sarutobi. The root ninjas are loyal to Danzo, so naturally they will regard Sarutobi Hiruzen and Uchiha Shisu as enemies. Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. Uchiha Shisu is too powerful. Then, they will retaliate against the Sarutobi clan and the Uchiha clan. For the Sarutobi clan, you can remind Senior Byakushin. For the Uchiha clan, we need Senior Yasadami and Itachi to pay more attention. Shiraishi did a good job in post-disaster treatment. Suddenly, Uchiha Shisu looked in a direction. That was the direction of Konoha's medical department. I don't know what choice Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu will make. Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu had little presence in the Danzo rebellion, but Uchiha Shisu had already received information from Shiraishi, provided by the ninja cats. Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu were actually on Danzo's side. However, because Danzo died too quickly, and Uchiha Shisu stood up too early, Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu had not yet started to act, and Danzo's rebellion was over. It is not easy to find evidence of Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu's rebellion now, because Danzo does not trust the two very much. In this case, forcibly finding evidence of Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu's rebellion will only make the village's finally stable situation become turbulent again. Mizukado-en and Uchiha Koharu now have 2 choices. One is to pretend that they have never participated. Pretend to be a normal ninja family and have nothing to do with Danzo and keep the past things to themselves. However, Mitaman and Uchiha Koharu will not necessarily make such a choice. Mitaman, Uchiha, and Uchiha had fierce conflicts. Now Uchiha Shisu has become the Hokage. Mitaman and Uchiha Koharu will definitely be very wary. Another option is to act secretly and continue the rebellion to make the situation in Konoha chaotic and bad. In this chaos and bad situation, target Uchiha and defeat Uchiha. I hope you can make a rational decision. Otherwise, I will not forgive you for threatening the stability of the village. Uchiha Shisu loves the village and also loves Uchiha. Therefore, he will be very embarrassed when facing the conflicts between Uchiha and the village. But Uchiha Shisu does not love Mitaman and Uchiha. Kakashi changed out of the Anbu clothes and changed into his usual clothes. He came to an izakaya. Senior Jiraiya. Kakashi saw Jiraiya sitting in the corner and walked over. Kakashi, sit down. Yes, Senior Jiraiya. Kakashi sat down. Kakashi, do you think Uchiha Shizu can do well in the position of Hokage? Kakashi hesitated and nodded. I think he should be able to. Before, the relationship between the Uchiha and the village was bad. At this time, it was Uchiha Shizu who stood up, gained the trust of the third Hokage, and stabilized the situation within the Uchiha. In terms of politics, Uchiha Shizu has very good abilities. And his own strength, after awakening the Mangekyou Sharingan, must be not bad. Jiraiya poured Kakashi a glass of wine. I didn't expect Danzo to do such a thing. He is crazy for the position of Hokage. I really don't know what's good about this position. Why is it so attractive? Sensei Sarutobi has been his partner for so many years. By the way, Kakashi, how is Naruto? Kakashi was silent for a while. Senior Jiraiya, is Naruto really the child of Minato and Kushina? Jiraiya was stunned. Kakashi, don't you know? I have a guess, but I haven't confirmed it. The third Hokage didn't tell me. Naruto is the child of Minato and Kushina. Jiraiya said, with a bad feeling in his heart. There are not many people who are close to Naruto. It can be said that besides himself, there is only Kakashi. But he has been outside the village for a long time, and has not returned to the village for a long time. And Kakashi doesn't even know Naruto's true identity. Then it is even more impossible for others to know. No one knows Naruto's identity as the son of the Hokage. Naruto is just a simple Jinchuriki. Under normal circumstances, the life of a Jinchuriki in the village is not very good. This is the case for all ninja villages. Sand Village, Konoha, Cloud Village, Mist Village, Rock Village. Even if the Jinchuriki who has grown up has a good status in the village, found his own partners, and is recognized by everyone. But his childhood must have been extremely bad. There is no exception. Jiraiya fell into silence. It is probably possible to guess what kind of life Naruto has lived in the past few years. A trace of self-blame and guilt floated in Jiraiya's heart. Jiraiya sighed. Kakashi, do you want to go see Naruto together? Kakashi hesitated and nodded. Okay. Check out. The two walked out of the pub, and Kakashi took Jiraiya to the direction where Naruto might appear. Soon, Naruto's figure entered their sight. Jiraiya's face became a little ugly. Chapter 172. Is this what you call a genin? Because Naruto's situation is very bad now. He is wearing ragged and old clothes, as if he has just been beaten up, and looks very embarrassed. He is sitting in a corner, sobbing quietly. Jiraiya didn't expect Naruto's situation to be like this. After all, Naruto is the son of the Hokage. Why can't even the basic materials and safety be guaranteed? It's too much. Jiraiya cursed in his heart, but the more he did so, the more he blamed himself. After a long time, Jiraiya sighed. Jiraiya knew who to blame for Naruto's situation, but he couldn't say the words to blame. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen was Jiraiya's teacher, and now Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. Kakashi's face also showed a trace of guilt. Minato teacher, Kushina teacher, I'm sorry. I didn't take good care of Naruto. Jiraiya decided to compensate Naruto, but he couldn't find any suitable way for a while, so he stood in the dark and observed Naruto silently. The longer he observed, the worse Jiraiya felt. Kakashi left. There were many things in the Anbu that Kakashi needed to take care of. At this critical moment, Kakashi, the captain of the Anbu, could not leave. However, Kakashi would come over whenever he was free. Two rumors slowly spread from the corners of Konoha. Uchiha Shiraishi has no ability at all, and he relies on the chef ninja cat of Kakashi. There is no need for everyone to be grateful to Uchiha. Uchiha snatched the credit that belonged to the ninja cat. These rumors not only wanted to suppress Shiraishi's reputation, but also wanted to alienate the relationship between Uchiha and the ninja cats. Shiraishi, as usual, brought Alice and Yamato to the victims. Some victims seemed to have heard the rumors, and their eyes looking at Shiraishi were a little strange. However, after seeing Alice's respectful attitude towards Shiraishi, their doubts about Shiraishi faded a lot. Another rumor spread among the ninja group. Yamato is simply a disgrace to ninjas. He has such strong strength and such a strong bloodline limit, but he doesn't go on ninja missions, but uses his bloodline limit to build a temporary wooden house. If the first Hokage knew, he would be so angry that he would open the coffin lid. It's all Uchiha Shiraishi's fault. What does he think of us ninjas? Violet suddenly stepped forward and came to Shiraishi's side. "Sir, those people are not right." Shiraishi looked in the direction of Violet. Shiraishi was not familiar with those faces. They were wearing the clothes of disaster victims, but their mental state and aura were out of tune with the disaster victims around them. At this time, revenge for Danzo-sama. Kill Uchiha. All Uchiha deserve to die. These people rushed towards Shiraishi. But it was not just these few figures, but dozens of disaster victims who followed them. Some rushed towards Yamato to contain Yamato. More rushed towards Shiraishi, with the attitude of killing Shiraishi. Shiraishi narrowed his eyes slightly. He formed a seal. Fire style, Great Flame Bull technique. A fire style ninjutsu that is stronger than the Great Flame Bull technique. A huge fireball appeared, facing the attackers, and exploded violently. The powerful impact went in all directions, and at the same time, there were also tiny flames flying everywhere. The attackers' impact was instantly disintegrated. This surprised the attackers. "Didn't we agree on the strength of a genin? You can actually use such a strong fire style ninjutsu? Is this really a genin? It's a bit outrageous." But soon, something even more outrageous happened to the attackers. When they looked at Shiraishi again, they saw that in Shiraishi's eyes, the three Megatama were slowly rotating. The attackers were shocked again. Sharingan? Or three Megatama? What kind of genin is this? Shiraishi looked directly at the attackers. Illusion. Sharingan. The power of the illusion fell on the attackers. In an instant, all the victims among the attackers were trapped in the illusion. Even the attackers' ninjas were affected. Only two of them evaded before Shiraishi used the illusion and did not fall into it. The two were filled with fear. However, after looking at each other, they decided to continue the mission. Uchiha Shiraishi, die. The two rushed towards Shiraishi again. Shiraishi made a seal. Fire style, Phoenix Chloride technique. Many shurikens flew out, blazing in the air, shooting from multiple directions, blocking all the routes of the two attackers. The two attackers had to stop and resist the blazing shurikens. Fire style, Great Dragon Fire technique. A fire dragon rushed straight towards the two attackers. Bang! The two attackers flew backwards. Kurapika flashed and came to the side of the two fallen attackers. A golden chain stretched out and immediately bound the two attackers. The other attackers had just broken free from Shiraishi's illusion. However, Shiraishi's second round of illusion fell again. While Yamato was fighting with the attacker, he looked at Shiraishi, a little worried about Shiraishi's situation. After all, in Yamato's eyes, Shiraishi's strength was just that of a genin. But Yamato soon felt relieved. Because from beginning to end, Shiraishi was not threatened. Shiraishi's strength was far above that of a genin. The attacker's strength was not comparable to Shiraishi's. The situation was quickly controlled. Kurapika brought several attackers and the bewitched victims to Shiraishi. On the other side, the attacker who was fighting with Yamato saw that something was wrong and wanted to escape. However, he was stopped. The strength of Cat and Violet was enough to stop them. At this time, the victims understood what had happened. "Everyone, don't be nervous." Shiraishi looked around and said, "Just now it was a remnant of Danzo who attacked me. Now it has been resolved. Alice's cooking and Yamato's cabin will not be affected. Everyone can rest assured. In order to ensure everyone's safety, I will leave later, and the attacks of the remnants of Danzo will not appear again. Alice, Yamato, I'll leave you here. Make sure to take good care of everyone. I'll come back after the problem is resolved." After saying that, Shiraishi turned and left. Violet followed closely behind Shiraishi. "Violet, have you found out?" "My lord, we have found out. It's Mito-Kadoen and Utane Koharu." Shiraishi's face darkened. These two old men. Chapter 173, Confrontation? No, Direct Judgment. Kurapika followed behind with the captives. The golden chains bound everyone. They entered the ruins nearby and hid all the captives inside. Then Kurapika stopped and waited for Shiraishi's next order. Shiraishi looked back. If Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo were still alive, Shiraishi would have taken it step by step and slowly dealt with Mitomen and Utatane Koharu and disintegrated Mitomen and Utatane. But now, the situation is different. Uchiha Shizu has become the Hokage, and Shiraishi doesn't think he needs to be so patient. These two old men are totally clueless. In this situation, they still dare to target me? Do you really think you are Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo? Shiraishi doesn't like Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo, but he also admits that these two people have some abilities. But what are Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu? Violet, do these people know the ultimate goal of Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu? Violet answered. Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu want to use the adults as a breakthrough point to target Uchiha, disrupt the situation in Konoha, and then prove that Uchiha Shizu is not capable of political affairs. In this way, they forced Jiraiya to obtain the position of Hokage. This is just the first step. If this does not succeed, they will also consider leaking the village's information to other ninja villages. Hearing this, Shiraishi was not surprised but happy. If these two people were only targeting Uchiha, other people, except for the Uchiha people, would not have much opinion on Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu. However, these two people actually wanted to sell out the village's information. This is different. Even if the forces outside the Uchiha knew about this situation, they would have great opinions on Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu. Jiraiya could not say that he would be tolerant of Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu because of their previous relationship. This is simply, the two of them took the initiative to hand over their fatal handles. Moreover, the two of them had such an idea, and they even casually let the people below know about it. It was crude, too crude, and Shiraishi couldn't stand it. It was simply outrageous. Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo at least would not make such a mistake. Mito Kadoen and Utatane Koharu did it, and they were so confident. Mito Kadoen and Utatane Koharu are not as good as Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo. In addition, for so many years, neither of them has been beaten, and they have fewer plans in their hearts. Therefore, the gap between them and Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo is getting bigger and bigger. That led to the current situation. In terms of conspiracy, it is really childish and scary. Shiraishi did not hesitate and contacted Uchiha Shizu directly. Mito Kadoen and Utatane Koharu both stretched their necks out. Shiraishi felt that no matter what, he had to chop them off with a knife, otherwise it would be a shame for the performance of the two. Shiraishi. Shizu, I have something very important to tell you. What? Just now, I was attacked. Uchiha Shizu's pupils shrank. Who? Shiraishi, are you okay? I'm fine. Shiraishi shook his head and said, they underestimated my strength and thought I was just a genin. In addition, I have the protection of the ninja cats. The attackers were sent by Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu. Uchiha Shizu frowned. Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu? Uchiha Shizu did not like these two people. In the previous conflicts between Uchiha and Mitomanen and Utatane, Uchiha Shizu had a deep understanding of the styles of these two people. But I don't have any evidence. Shiraishi spread his hands and said, Shizu, under the current situation of the village, Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu still do such things. If they are not dealt with, they will only become more and more daring. Therefore, I kept a few people alive. Shizu, you can let the people of the Yamanaka clan read their memories. In addition, let the patriarchs of the ninja families such as Hyuga, Aburame, Inoshikacho, Kurama, as well as Kakashi, Jiraiya, all come here to witness. This is the only way to stabilize the situation in the village. Otherwise, the internal cracks are the most terrifying. Uchiha Shizu nodded. Shiraishi, you have a point. The next moment, Uchiha Shizu stretched out his hand. An Anbu ninja came over. Go and invite Hyuga Hayashi and others. Uchiha Shizu repeated the names mentioned by Shiraishi. Yes, Hokage. Shiraishi brought Uchiha Shizu to the prisoners. Uchiha Shizu looked at them one by one, feeling the aura of these prisoners. Chunin, especially Jonin. Uchiha Shizu raised his eyebrows slightly. Shiraishi, can I ask you a question? What question? Shiraishi, what level of strength have you reached now? A little higher than Chunin. Shiraishi felt that there was no need to hide his true strength. Because compared with the ninja cat he strengthened, this was really nothing. There was no need to hide this matter. On the contrary, it was more appropriate to reveal it for the current situation. Have you reached above Chunin? I knew that Shiraishi's talent is actually not bad. Once you find a path that suits you, you will improve quickly. That's right. Uchiha Shizu seemed to have thought of something. After I succeed the Hokage, Shiraishi, you can come to the Hokage building. I will collect the ninjutsu scrolls in the Hokage building and show them to you. Shiraishi, to see if there is any ninjutsu that is suitable for you. If you can find a suitable ninjutsu, Shiraishi, your strength will be improved faster. A ninjutsu can create a ninja. This is common sense in the ninja world. Flying Thunder God technique, for Namake's Minato. 8 gates of ninjutsu, for Might Day. Uchiha Shisu himself is also famous for the flickering technique. He is very suitable for the flickering technique, which is why he can perform so much better than other ninjas in the flickering technique. That's why he got the name of Flickering Shisu. It was not until he awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan that people stopped calling Uchiha Shisu Flickering Shisu. Instead, they called him Mangekyou Shisu. Shiraishi nodded, looking forward to it. Okay, when this matter is resolved, and we all have time, I'll go over and take a look. Shiraishi was not polite. With the relationship between the two, no one needs to be polite to each other. They are not brothers, but the relationship between the two is already better than that of real brothers. The two of them have joined forces to change the fate of Uchiha and Konoha. Uchiha Shisu knew that when he was fighting against Manch, Shiraishi asked the ninja cat to help, otherwise Manch would not have revealed such a big flaw to him. Hinata Hayashi and others have arrived. Chapter 174. Anyone who betrays the village deserves to die. Hokage-sama. Everyone looked at Uchiha Shisu. Uchiha Shisu sighed. The current situation of the village is very bad, but at such a critical moment, the people in the village are not united, but have many other thoughts. Completely ignoring the overall situation, Uchiha Shisu said, pointing to the captives. Senior Heiai, please ask your Yamanaka clan to read the memories of these people. Yamanaka Heiai looked at the captives, then looked at Uchiha Shisu, guessing in his heart. Then, he looked at Narashikaku. Narashikaku nodded. Yamanaka Heiai was relieved and stepped forward. Yes, Hokage-sama. Kakashi looked around and noticed a problem. That is, in the last meeting, almost everyone present was there, except Shiraishi and the captives who were tied up. But this time, compared with the last time, there were 2 people missing. Mitokadoen and Utatane Koharu. Kakashi guessed that this incident might be related to Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu. Kakashi was not the only one who had such a guess. Those who could come here were not stupid. However, they did nothing after guessing it. Again, this was Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu, not Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo. In terms of family strength, Mitoman and Utatane are not strong ninja families. They are far inferior to the Sarutobi clan, and even compared to Shimura, they are much weaker. Among the people present, no one has a close relationship with Mitoman and Utatane. In terms of personal strength and personal charm, Mitomanen and Utatane Koharu are much worse than Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo. The reason why Sarutobi Yasuo still has a good influence is because of Sarutobi Hiruzen. There are still people among the root ninjas who want to avenge Danzo. No matter from what aspect, there is no reason for those present to take the risk and inform Mitomonika Ren and Utatane Koharu when they know that they may have made a big mistake. Several ninjas from the Yamanaka clan stepped forward, including Yamanaka Inoichi himself. He stretched out his hand and fell on the heads of the captives. The next moment, the secret technique of the Yamanaka clan was activated. Chakra entered the heads of the captives. A violent wailing sounded. Then, the captives next to him also wailed. It was very harsh. It made people feel a little bit unbearable. The secret technique of the Yamanaka clan is very perverted, and the consequences are also very serious. It can forcibly read the memory in the human brain, but after reading it, it will put the other party into a state of brain death. It is basically irreversible. Unless it is Naruto who has obtained the power of the 6 Paths Sage. Even Might Guy, who opened the 8th gate of the 8 gates, can be saved. That is actually a bit beyond the scope of medical ninjutsu. On the other side, the aroma of the food prepared by Alice attracted the attention of the victims. The victims seemed to have forgotten what happened before. However, it is definitely not possible to do it with just the food. In addition, there is also the illusion of the cat. Yamato felt a little strange, but did not investigate it further. Before leaving, Shiraishi ordered Alice and the cat to control the victims. Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu were too rough. There was no extra preparation, so when these attackers were captured and controlled by Shiraishi, no one could report to Mizuto Kadoen and Utatane Koharu. When the situation of the victims was stabilized, Mizuto Kadoen and Utane Koharu did not know that things had completely deviated from the direction they expected. How is it? The ninja of the Yamanaka clan has completed his secret technique. Uchiha Shisu asked. Yamanaka Inoichi had a complicated expression. Hokage, Mizuto Kadoen and Utane Koharu have done something really extreme. It's not just causing unrest within the village. Perhaps because the news he had uncovered was too shocking, Yamanaka Inoichi no longer used elder or senior to address Mizuto Kadoen and Utane Koharu, but simply called them by their names. Uchiha Shisu frowned. What do you mean? Yamanaka Inoichi said, Mitamonin and Utane Koharu have 3 plans in total, all of which are aimed at Uchiha and you, Hokage. The first is to attack and kill Uchiha Shiraishi, so that the situation of the victims becomes chaotic, and then accuse you, Hokage, of being too selfish and forcibly pushing your own people to the position. The second is to use the fact that Yamato built wooden houses for the victims to provoke confrontation between ninjas and civilians. The third is to leak the village's information to other ninja villages, attract other ninja villages to attack Konoha, make the situation in Konoha worse, and then use this as an excuse to drive you, Hokage, out of the position. They want to push senior Jiraiya to succeed as Hokage. As soon as this sentence fell, everyone present changed their faces. If the first 2 points were aimed at Uchiha and Uchiha Shisu, then the third point was too much. They actually sold the village's information to other ninja villages. This is clearly a betrayal of the village. This was something Uchiha Shisu didn't know before. Uchiha Shisu's face darkened. Senior Jiraiya, I believe you are not aware of this matter. You are not such a person. So, I would like to ask, Senior Jiraiya, what is your opinion on this matter? Everyone looked at Jiraiya. This matter may indeed have nothing to do with Jiraiya. However, it was Jiraiya whom Kadoen and Utane Koharu wanted to push to the top. Jiraiya just felt confused. A bucket of dirty water was thrown at him without his knowledge. For a moment, Jiraiya felt disgusted with Kadoen and Utane Koharu. Jiraiya himself was not close to these 2 people. Selling out the village for personal gain, betraying the village, such behavior must not be forgiven. That's right. Sarutobi Yasuo said, the behavior of Kadoen and Utane Koharu is even more excessive than that of Orochimaru back then. This sentence directly defined the punishment for Kadoen and Utane Koharu. It was more serious than Orochimaru. The original order was to kill Orochimaru. It was only because Sarutobi Hiruzen was soft-hearted that Orochimaru had the opportunity to escape. Then, the punishment for Kadoen and Utane Koharu cannot be easier than killing them. Senior Yasuo is right. Those who betrayed the village must not be forgiven lightly. Otherwise, who knows how many people will betray the village in the future. This is a serious crime. Chapter 175 Uchiha Itachi, you lead the team. No one spoke for Kadoen and Utane Koharu. It would be fine if there was no conflict of interest, but the plan of the 2 also affected the interests of others. Even Jiraiya didn't say a word. One reason was that he was not happy about the 2 involving him. Another reason was that Jiraiya was more concerned about Naruto's situation. Everyone could see that Uchiha Shisu was not happy about this matter. In addition, the matter had already been determined. Betrayal of the village. If such a crime could be forgiven, then how could the village still be called a village? Uchiha Shisu looked around. Everyone, when the situation in the village has not yet been completely stabilized, Kadoen and Utane Koharu have done such a thing and betrayed the village. Such behavior is indeed worse than what Orochimaru did back then. Since the example of the 3rd Hokage has been given before, then we will refer to the example of the 3rd Hokage and deal with it. Those who betray the village must die. We cannot let them go, or spare them for any reason, otherwise they will return to Konoha to destroy the village and murder the village leaders like Orochimaru. The 3rd Hokage was killed by Danzo because of Orochimaru. Sarutobi Yasuo stepped forward. Hokage-sama is right. Hinata Hayashi, Aburame Shimizu, Kakashi, all expressed their attitudes. They all supported Uchiha Shisu's decision. The next moment, Inoshikacho and others also stepped forward. Only Jiraiya was left. Jiraiya hesitated. Hokage-sama, who do you think is more suitable to lead the team? There was no clear expression of agreement, but this sentence was already an agreement. Uchiha Shisu looked at Shiraishi. Shiraishi, how about you lead the team? Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu targeted Uchiha in the village, but it started with you, and you are the first victim, so I think it's appropriate for you to lead the team. Everyone looked at Shiraishi. Before this, apart from Sarutobi Yasuo, few people knew Shiraishi. But now, no one thinks that Shiraishi is just a genin. No matter how bad Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu are, they are elders of Konoha, and their own strength has reached the elite jonin level. There are so many subordinates. Shiraishi can easily defeat the plans of the two, and also capture so many people, and until now, he has not let Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu know this news. It can be seen that Shiraishi is strong and capable. Shiraishi nodded. Okay, but, Hokage-sama, I need someone. Who? Shiraishi said, Mitomanen and Uchiha Koharu may not be in the same place, so I need to act at the same time. I can only be responsible for one side, and I hope Itachi will lead the other side. Shiraishi wanted to know what Itachi would do. When the Uchiha clan and the village were in opposition, Uchiha Itachi wiped out the Uchiha clan without hesitation. Now Mitomanen and Uchiha Koharu have betrayed the village. What will Uchiha Itachi do to the Mitoman and Uchiha clans? Okay. Uchiha Shisu only hesitated for a moment and agreed. Shiraishi, please make arrangements quickly. If you need someone, just tell me directly. Everyone present is trustworthy. You must deal with Mitomanen and Uchiha Koharu in the shortest possible time. Once they react, it will be a lot of trouble. Shiraishi nodded. I need 2 teams. One team needs a ninja from the Hyuga clan, a ninja from the Yamanaka clan, and 2 Anbu ninjas to assist in the battle. Other than that, no other ninjas are needed. Uchiha Shisu hesitated. Is that enough? After all, Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu are both quite powerful, and they both have quite a lot of subordinates. That's enough. Shiraishi said, I will also bring a few Uchiha members and ninja cats. Too many people will be bad. They may be discovered by Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu before they even get close. Okay, since it's your judgment, Shiraishi, then there's no problem. Don't be tempted. Yes, Hokage. The crowd did not disperse, but followed Uchiha Shisu directly to the Hokage building. In order to clearly show that they had no objection to cooperating with Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu, everyone did not intend to leave the Hokage building before Shiraishi's operation was over. Everyone, take a seat. Some people sat down, and some stood against the wall. At this moment, many thoughts flashed through everyone's minds. On the one hand, I was thinking about the bold actions of Mitokado En and Uchiha Koharu. The actions were bold, but the plan was really poor. On the other hand, I was thinking about Uchiha. Uchiha Shisu awakened the Mangekyou Sharingan, gained the strength of the cage level, killed Danzo, and defeated Manja. His personal strength in the village can be regarded as one of the best. Only Jiraiya has the possibility of fighting Uchiha Shisu. Others can't. Now there is an Uchiha Shiraishi. The information exposed to the outside world is that he is just a genin, but in fact, it is definitely not the case. Moreover, the ninja cats on Uchiha Shiraishi's side are very strange. They can actually have a chef like Kikushiro. He makes human dishes better than human chefs. And it's not just a little bit better. So, what will the strength of the ninja cats that Uchiha Shiraishi brought to fight? It must be not as simple as ordinary ninja cats. Uchiha Shiraishi was confident that he could kill Mitomanen or Uchiha Koharu with a few ninjas, so his own strength must be good. Uchiha Shisu's attitude towards Uchiha Shiraishi also shows that Uchiha Shiraishi is not simple. So, what about Uchiha Itachi? For a long time, it was said that his talent was comparable to Uchiha Shisu, and they were called the twin stars of Uchiha. How strong is Uchiha Itachi? He can get Shiraishi's recognition and lead a team to deal with Mitomanen or Uchiha Koharu alone, so his strength must be good. These are all information that others didn't know before. How much has Uchiha hidden? Some people know some of the inside stories of the village's top leaders before, and know that the village's top leaders at that time had the idea of taking action against Uchiha and killing Uchiha in the form of a civil war. But according to the current situation, doing so will only result in a lose-lose situation. Konoha may collapse. The only ones who benefit are other ninja villages. For a moment, Some people were actually thankful that such a civil war had not occurred, thankful that before the civil war broke out, Uchiha Shizu had already obtained the position of Hokage. We must not let the plan of Mito Kadoen and Utatane Koharu succeed. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.